lot to prove
Come on,
against the
Poby.
LCP.
Come on,
See if they can finally
Pobster.
overcome their demons against that region, or whether PSG Talon can actually be taken down and once more.
They already went
into draft,
a few bands in.
Let's see what's going to happen.
All right, let's go ahead. The bands are already underway. We are moving immediately in this first one. It's Wukong, Poppy, and Azir,
Oriana,
by
Taliban,
over on
but
the
there's
Fnatic side.
Rise.
The Oriana, the Yunara, the Talia.
What about the Rise?
A lot of common bands that we've seen so far throughout
Also,
the
there's the
tournament in these
Sion.
first few days. Do want to point out the very early Poppy ban priority from Mkoi.
I know I keep saying this every day, but I don't understand why you ban a few mids and leave one open. Isn't it better to trade?
Most likely for Jojo.
Yeah,
Like trade a mid and get Sion here, for example, or trade a mid and get Yunara here, for example. I don't really see the point of banning two and leaving a third. Like, why not ban Rise instead of Talia here, for example? What are you cooking? Are you cooking a Nivea? Cooking Cassiopeia? Galio Sion? Should be Sion, no? Pantheon. Has to be Sion here. Has to be Sion here. Cassio. So they give Sion Rise. And best on 3, I guess?
I always love to see Pantheon in the game. I think the playmaking opportunity on
be
this
Sion
champion
here.
is absolutely huge.
And from what we saw yesterday, whoever gets Sion plus one of the stronger mids on the patch just wins. At least that was yesterday in a nutshell. Sion plus one strong mid on the patch, insta GG. Let's see if Koi figured out the equation. Kiana plus Sion here, insta GG. Did they figure it out? Yes or no?
Side of the map and making sure you can try and snowball, upset, or super out of control. But Kiana take it for Alyoya on the opposite side. He's picked this up previously, got going on it, but couldn't actually find the win on it. So we'll have to see if Mkoi can try and right those wrongs.
I think Kiana is such an exciting champion to watch in
the
before
Rise top and counter pick Cassio.
Because it is much more feast or famine than something
there's
like
the
a tank.
They
like
figured it out.
Pick.
They solved the equation.
You need to stay ahead of the curve. You need to keep your economy going. And the impact
nice
you can
game
have from knowing that exact timing of when you need to go in.
Should be Ambessa here on
that
3.
Big supreme display of talent. If that ultimate can live up to its name, Alyoya can define the game.
It is going to be kind of hard though. You're up against the Cassiopeia who has that miasma, who has that lockdown. Same with the Pantheon. So you have to be very careful here as Alyoya as to exactly when you try to go in. But Oscarinen looks like
and the big AD carries are Kai'Sa, Saya, Corki, Caitlyn for Eastern teams, not so much for Western teams. I think Fnatic might be an outlier, but perhaps after the last Caitlyn Morgana game, they are just scared to do it again. But in theory, this could be a duo that plays Caitlyn Nico, Caitlyn Bard, Caitlyn Braum, or whatever else you can do on 5 pretty well. I don't think they're gonna go for it again, but minus the last game, they might have had the confidence to go for it today. I don't think they will now. Astral Van. Sure.
And I think for
feel like Kai'Sa, Saya, Corki higher prio. Not sure about Ezreal. Tristana ban. This is just specific to the players, I guess.
To a side lane, make it a little bit more difficult for him to participate in these fights, and especially if Fnatic can start up with, you know, already the Pantheon as this strong engage. You can look towards something like a Nautilus or an Alistar or even the Rel for making that bottom side. That is where
Rakan needs to be thought about in my mind.
I mean,
I would ban.
It looks like they're going to be able to move themselves over towards strong engage for Alvaro, which has been their comfortable spot.
Ban Bard,
and then
maybe?
Super,
Ban Bard, look for
Honestly,
something like that.
Top 2 of the AD
Nautilus
carries we
ban?
have in the LEC right now, and
maybe they're looking for the Bard themselves, blind.
Okay, so we've got Ezreal.
But Alvaro is mostly a melee player, right?
All banned away
not necessarily
here in
a
second half. Zaya
range
immediately
player. I think you should break Rakan here. It should be Rakan plus Corki, no? Rakan Corki here. Chilling or Rakan Kai'Sa. Rakan Kai'Sa not bad, I think.
I still think you have to go for some sort of engage. Like the Alistar has been
an enemy will go Bard.
Perhaps. So I wouldn't be fully surprised to see that one.
It should be Kai'Sa Rakan or Rakan
and unsure what he wants to try and answer with. Has
Corki,
played things like the Zeri. Maybe they really want to try and go for something like the
Sivir actually. Sivir Rakan. Sivir works as well. Not a big fan of Zeri Lulu here if that's what you're doing. Not a big fan.
Okay, the
Zeri Rakan I can see, but not Lulu.
The thing that has
should be Rakan here then.
Legends in the past, in the metagame, of course,
I think this is a free Bard angle in my mind.
But we've got not obviously
Nautilus
that
would
level of Zeri in
be
the past
the
that
classic
has
Mickey
dominated the
one,
meta,
but that's
can still be a
banned, so
very
I think it's
powerful
Bard,
pick,
yeah. Should be
very
Bard.
big carry throughout the game, and you have a strong front line there with the Scion. You have Ryze that can also
You're good in
create a lot of
Zeri,
space
you're good into
around
Ryze,
her.
you have a good
And now
lane
Rakan
as the Bard
locked
here.
in next
I like
to
it.
the Zeri for that big initiation.
I don't like the
potential
Alistar as
for
much.
fights.
Yeah, and that's I wasn't sure what
Rakan
the
is good into Alistar, so you're
self-counter
self-counterpicking.
Would
Would have liked the Bard more.
I feel like it changes a lot of the identity that Fnatic had here, because it ends up teetering more into that pick style composition with the Bard. But at least having the Alistar here, you now have a strong front line in both the Pantheon and this Alistar that can set up now for the DPS tools of the Zion, the Cassiopeia. Whereas in Mkoi side, some side lane that can be answered here with the Ryze, but definitely wanting to play that front to back with Oyoya threatening on the flank.
So, looking at both of the drafts now, we've got all 10 champions locked in. Do we feel like either side has a specific edge, or is it more of just differentiation in styles?
I think the fact that you have the Cassiopeia means that you can deal with the Scion in team fights as Fnatic. It will still be tough, but I think a lot of this is going to come down to execution. One of the things I've loved about this Kiana Ryze combo from like the top teams that we've seen playing it, like guys from like Tarzan and that, where it's you use the Realm Warp to reposition Kiana mid-fight so she can find a flank. And I think that's something that's really cool that you can try and do. So if Mkoi have been practicing this combo, it can open up Oyoya to be a strong carry. If he's not able to get into those positions though, and Fnatic are able to play that ease of front to back, I think they should have a lot of tools to try and win out there.
All right, I'm excited to see what we get here. An LEC rematch of a head-to-head we've seen plenty of times throughout the year, but now with the biggest stakes of the year, whoever comes out on top in this best of three gets to stay here at Worlds at least a while longer. But one of these two teams' journeys ends here today. I want to see all the stops pulled out. I want to see both these squads bring in their best shot here. Obviously, Worlds has not gone the way they wanted it to thus far, but you can always try to turn things around, and you gotta start right now. As Jojo and Poby, it's just a quick trade of a Noxious Blast for nothing there, so Poby gets first strike in mid lane.
Yeah, I think the issues that we've seen from both these teams in the LEC have only been exemplified on the main stage, where Mkoi have got off to great
Cool start on
starts,
Zeri must mean she's going top lane, no?
Whereas for Fnatic, it's
Can you
just
lane
kind of
with
that
cool
team
bot lane?
cohesion and finding the success that they really
Can't,
want.
right? He
I
has
think
to be
both
going top
teams
lane.
with a lot
It's
to
Sion
prove,
bot lane
but
and
we'll have to
Zeri
see
top
who's gonna be
lane.
able to take it in the end.
Okay, runes on your screen right now. The thing that I always look at least throughout the past split in professional League of Legends, is the presence of the spellbook for the supports. Both of them having
Seems
it
like we're just laning bot with Zeri, but cool start feels very strange in my mind.
Spellbook makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and
In a
it also
2v2
just gives you
setting.
options.
I would get it if he went top,
Or
but
so many
bot, I'm
options
not
for
sure.
later portion of the game, with like teleport and being able to get it back out onto the map quicker. Exhaust for someone like a Kiana that's trying to get access to your backline. It's just works so incredibly well.
And for those of us who might not be as familiar with the LEC throughout the year, Dagda, we've got the information on the screen right now for kind of how this head-to-head has gone.
Yeah, I mean, the main ones to look at are those last two, right? Like, you can see in our summer playoffs...
I think especially confusing with Kiana starting bot side, because then we are not only weaker than normal, but we're also weak side at some point. Like, there's gonna come a point when Pantheon is bot and Kiana is top. So we're low-key forced to play safe/base after wave 3, I would say, on bot lane. Kinda scary to be bot with Zeri, this squishy this week, 2v3. They can dive, they can easily play some kind of cheese gank. Winning early, of course, due to Alistar nature. He's level 1 so weak, he's level 2 it's alright, he's level 3 strong, so pretty much always get a winning lane situation versus Alistar early. But that's gonna turn soon.
Jojo with the aggressive flash though, forcing out the response flash from Poby. Only a slow on the rune prison, not a stun.
No flash mid.
So both of them very low on health, very low on mana. No flashes available for two immobile mid laners, Dagda. I'm feeling like this is a big flashing red light for either one of the junglers.
Ryze is dead here.
Razork swooping around the side first. We'll see if he can make this happen against Jojo. Waiting
He's
for
just
the
dead
minions to at least push up as far as they can so they don't see him early. Jojo without that flash from Razork into the point and click stun. It's done. First blood.
And the wave is bad.
Great response from
Need to TP back and help mid. Right now.
Even hovering up, but not going to be able to find any success. And it's a little unfortunate
nice
for
gank by
Jojo.
Razork.
I love the idea. He was
Adapting
about
to
hit
the
level
play.
3, could get the root and look for the kill, but just
I know it's like
barely
default for junglers, just a full clear no matter what, but I believe being adaptable on the fly, depending on what the situation is, depending on what your lanes are. What Shadow did to Fnatic, what Razork is doing here is really nice. It's not just full clear every game, no matter what. I've had some junglers I played with that just full clear no matter what, regardless of situation. But I think if you're really good, you adapt. And here, what Razork did was correct. What Shadow did against them was correct. You need to think more than just full clear and then play. This is a really nice play if this works. Oh, this works. And mid gets the kill, so he's right back into the game. Nice play by Elioya and Alvaro here. They know Pantheon has no flash, they know he has no blue buff when he ganks mid, so they understand which camps he has to go to, and then they move and kill him. This was a really nice play, if you think about it. Big picture. He ganks mid and he shows 16 CS with red buff, so they know his blue is up and his crump is up.
Especially after the early death, right? You don't want your Ryze to get set behind. You want to make sure he's able to keep stacking. Elioya not grabbing the kill on that.
What camps did Elioya get? He stole blue, right? Or he stole Gromp, lost blue, something like that.
Between the junglers because Razork was the beneficiary of the first blood, but that was
He's really ahead in jungle now. I guess Razork is going to get top grab here, so it evens out a little bit.
Missing the flash as much as some other champions might.
But it feels like Elioya is really ahead here. He's gonna base as well and do his top camps.
Because we had the play in the mid lane while you had the full clear coming through from the Kiana. She got a crab, then she started to make her way in for the kill, pick up some of that CS in Razork's jungle, now going for the reset. So honestly, Elioya is in a fantastic spot as he bets to take over the level 6.
Double combo here. This could be a good trade for Fnatic. This could be a really good trade for Fnatic. They should commit that in. I guess they have barrier advantage, so can't really commit more than that. If Sai has barrier, she can play that, but since she's playing cleanse, not really playable. Got the barrier at least, I guess. And still a good trade.
Putting any super early attention on that one just yet. I feel like when we have all these flashes down early, when we have these attempts on mid laners and junglers early, the Dragons are naturally going to be a bit more delayed, but Razork now looking at the bottom lane.
Q flash necessary here. Nice try.
Mickey not able to get the pulverize on the play. It was a nice call, especially as this wave is frozen, but it doesn't really matter, right? You don't get the kill, you don't get the play, but Upset still has the wave in a perfect spot for him.
Yeah, that wave frozen exactly.
Pantheon shouldn't waste time here. Wasting time here, for sure. Should just be doing his Gromp. He's already behind. I don't think he should waste time here. This is a free kill mid? He has no flash. He does have ult though. But this is a free kill, or? Yeah, it's just a free kill. Nice Cassio. Wait, how did that Cassio ult hit Rakan? Nice flash by Rakan. How did that Cassio ult hit Rakan but not Ryze? It looked like she was aiming down, right? Towards the Ryze. But the ult actually went the other way.
So in the mid, Poby thought he was safe, but Alvaro comes in on
that looked weird to me. It looked like she ulted down, but it actually went up. Is that because of displacement from Rakan W? Or why does it work like that? That looked weird. Nice gank anyway. Alvaro and Elioya playing good.
First objective, so that one's done. And nicely on top of that, if you note in the top left, it's still 50 seconds until the Void Grubs spawn, so it's not like you're losing priority over that side of the map to secure the Drake.
And it's actually Fnatic who are scrambling to try and keep some semblance of control.
Mkoi also got the Drake and should be swapping to top here. Seri is still bot.
So it's Poby who has to move down there.
A little bit sketchy lane assignment for Mkoi here. Need to swap around fast. I guess Ryze push mid, go bot, Seri base go mid, and then it's playable. Actually, Sion is basing going bot, Seri is basing going top. So it's Sion versus Cassio bot, Seri versus Ambessa top, and Fnatic has their bot lane mid. I think they solved it. Should be contestable for Mkoi here. Cassio is gonna get TP advantage though eventually, and Sion just ulted bot, so Sion cannot include himself no matter what, and Cassio actually can. I think Poby can make the difference here. If he pushes next bot wave and then hovers, or pushes next bot wave and then gets TP ready, I don't know how long it is left, it's hard to see exactly. If it's like 10 or 15 or 20 seconds, it's hard to say. Poby might be able to make the difference here on this scrub situation. Sion no ult, no TP. And Cassio should have prio. Sion is full armor. Sion has a cool as well.
They're going to start up the objective. At least get one. Looks like they don't want to contest for more.
That's Bao's tech, no? Flash ult by Kiana. Nice knockup by Alvaro. I guess they're just really disconnected on Fnatic's side. Saya's farming mid-wave while Koi is fought together. Nice play by Koi, but as Fnatic here, you need to either connect your Saya or play safe, right? You can't walk up while your Saya is doing mid-wave. Or the Saya cannot do mid-wave and needs to connect.
And the fact that Fnatic couldn't match
Needs to be some kind of connection there, right? Like either the Saya needs to give and help, or the others needs to give and go through mid and wait a little bit.
For being able to join in the fight, and in a 3v4, Mkoi take down Fnatic.
It's good for, like, good on Koi for recognizing the situation, but Fnatic definitely a bit disconnected here. Get 1 kill on Seri at least. Doesn't really matter though. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really change anything. They still lost the Grub, still lost the Drake. Still behind. Alistar's inting here. He has no flash, no level 6. Very inting here.
The Alistar's got to be careful here. Elyoya does
just
a
dead,
lot
no?
of damage on this Kiana. Oscar Vinen returning a little bit of fire.
Maybe
Just
not
trying
the
to create
Swifties,
an
actually.
escape route here for his support. But now Oscar Vinen locked down. Jojo cannot arrive.
We have ult on Ambessa, right? Ult in, no?
Available on that rise to try to get in there for the extra damage. Mickey down to 50 HP. Brother, you have got to get out.
I feel like the Ambessa should have ulted in there, no? On Kiana? Shouldn't Oscar ult in there? On Kiana? They know Kiana has no flash no ult from the Grub play. And she just threw water, no? Or Earth Q? So there's no way she has grass Q either. Isn't that just a free kill for Ambessa if she ults in? I know Mickey is inting, but Kiana kind of overplayed that. I feel like Ambessa should have done something. Could have done something, maybe. It's the better way to say it.
It's still about 2 minutes out until we get the next Drake spawning on the map. However, as Jojo crashes this...
Situation looks really good for Koi right now. Next Drake spawning in 140. They have the Grubs as well if they want to trade. I don't think they can win. They don't have damage for this, or? Doesn't Ryze want me to do this? Wow, Ambessa one shots? She has Warhammer pickaxe and she wants us? 100 to 0? What?
And a much needed pickup for Fnatic.
That's so unbalanced, I feel like. How can she one-shot there? Crazy damage. Alistar basically deals no damage there, right? It's just Ambessa dealing damage. Crazy damage.
Okay, Mickey now with the level 6 on the Alistar has Unbreakable Will far harder.
Then she definitely could have killed the Kiana before, no? If she kills Ryze here, full HP, when the Kiana is half. Anywho's. Drake in 55.
Alvaro has been so slippy when it comes to Mickey's engages. Time and again he's been able to step away from them. And
yeah, Rakan counters Alistar. It's hard for the Alistar to do anything into Rakan. It's basically a self-counter pick. Rakan is good into Alistar.
It's a long way from Fnatic.
He can never combo him, and if he combos him, he still has E or W. And every time you go in with Alistar, you give free ult to Rakan. Basically, if Alistar combo, the Rakan will ult, get the movement speed from you, and then go on enemy backline. So Alistar basically helps the Rakan. Empowers the Rakan, if you think about it. Not only good matchup for Rakan, but basically the Alistar helps the Rakan become stronger by giving him ult charge easily.
Where they have been putting their focus, right, is having, hey, Jojo in a
it's hard to explain exactly how the ult works for those who don't play the Rakan themselves. For all of you that do not play Rakan yourself, it's hard for me to explain exactly how it works, but for those of you who do, I think you understand. Basically, he gets movement speed when he hits someone with ult, Rakan, so it's really nice to hit one guy and then go in after that, and Alistar just gives that for free. Anyhow, Drake situation. Saya is not moving, Saya is just farming mid, so they're giving for sure. Not sure if they should be here, if they're giving.
Does not want to take any more of the fight though, considering Mickey was nearby.
I feel like once again a little bit disconnected, right? Some of them are contesting the Grubs, some of them are not. Some of them are contesting the Drake, some of them are not. Either they shouldn't be there if the Saya doesn't want to fight, or the Saya needs to move.
Whoever got the gold lead fairly much went at the game. Razor, can you try and change that?
Yeah, he wants to try to alleviate some of that gold lead, but the Grand Starfall just ends up
2 Drakes now and Grubs for Koi, looking really good for them.
Ending up being a whiff. That feels so painful.
1 minute for plates, so not really any more opportunities to like overload the lane with Grubs and get a tower. Next is Herald, I would say, 145.
It does feel a bit bizarre to be trying to play around Poby though in this sort of regard, because one of the things I love
This
about
could be
Pantheon
something.
and Messi
He
is
doesn't
that
have flash
setup,
yet.
but Mickey
This
wants
could
to
be
that
something.
setup.
Yeah, Mickey trying
Can't
to
ult
center
out either.
Cassiopeia
If
gets
they
trapped
save
in the
one
root
CC.
prison here as Jojo wants
He's gonna
to
try,
buy a
but I
little
don't think
time
he can.
with the phase rush.
He
Elyoya's
can't, he
coming
can't.
around from the side. Jojo wanted to use
He's just
the realm
dead.
warp to get away, but he's trapped in the petrifying gaze. Redemption coming down, but Jojo is already
Nice
dead.
play again.
Elyoya cannot arrive
Jojo
in time.
is getting
Nicely done
caught.
from Fnatic to get another pick onto Jojo. That's 3 of their 4 kills on the enemy mid laner, and the game is tied up, at least in kill regards.
Yeah, and at least it's going to
I would say 2 times now he's gotten caught. The first death when Pantheon skipped camps and ganked mid, that's fair, but the last 2 times he died, definitely getting caught.
They actually managed to get the flank and set it up. Mkoi trying to respond.
Cannot play that far up if he doesn't have backup.
Yeah, Mkoi.
Or wards, I
Continuing
guess.
to try to get some value out of those void grubs they secured earlier.
Be
And
top now with
honestly,
Rice.
ever
Herald,
since
as I
the
said,
void
is next,
grub
45
fight,
seconds,
we
so
haven't really seen
makes
a
sense
lot
to play
out of
top side.
Mkoi. They managed to secure the dragon, but they haven't made any plays against their opponents specifically. So Fnatic have done a good job being able to fight back a little bit, because remember, right after the void grub fight that Mkoi just slammed, this gold lead was 2.2, 2.3 thousand gold. So Fnatic have come back into the game almost 1,500.
Yeah, and a lot of that has been them Mkoi trying to set up for Elyoya with the vision and potential invades and seeing if maybe they can find Razork in the jungle, and that's kind of where you're seeing that the
2 items Theory right now.
numbers in the jungle look so swayed, whereas because Poby is kind of a
She's
stick
not that
side,
OP yet
despite the
though.
fact he's killed down,
Not that
still
OP yet.
keeping
It looks like she's really strong, but she's not actually that strong yet.
Dojupion on the opposite side, and it's more Supa who is kind of taking the lead for Mkoi when it comes to that gold.
I think level 11, upgraded boots, definitely. Level 10, 2 items, no boots, I'm not sure. Looks like a 5v5, I guess, if Sion wants to TP. Yeah, he's TPing. Oscar has good positioning here. Okay, he's spotted. Still has good positioning though. He can use ult here, no? Playable for Fnatic, I think. Rakan Flash is in, but it's still playable for Fnatic, I think. This could be good for Fnatic. Oscar got ult in though. Gotta get in there. Nicely played by Elyoya. Seri has all the stacks. Seri cleans this with flash. Upset might die too. Jojo on the left side. Yeah, they'll probably die here. He's gonna get dove. They can just push the wave with one guy. Oh, he's gonna escape with the Herald? It's possible? Wow. He's out of there.
Upset will use the Herald to be the only man on Fnatic who survived.
But that was supposed to be the only silver lining.
I feel like that could have been good for Fnatic, but the Ambessa had to go in earlier.
Played that fight so incredibly well, but Razork finds Elyoya.
Q snipe, Q snipe, Q snipe. Gabi.
Dodges the Comet Spear there. Did not want to find
So Herald was picked up by Fnatic, but insta used to escape, so basically means nothing. Then we're back to Drake in 55 as the next thing. Now Seri is strong. Now, I mean, she has no flash, so they can target her, but now she's really strong. When she upgrades boots here and gets level 11. Elyoya is low, by the way. Are they trolling here? Might be trolling here. Crazy invade. They don't even have everyone here. No flash Alistar. Actually, was that flash? No, that wasn't flash. Just W. Wait, he's out, by the way. No, he's not. Now they're gonna lose Drake. This was huge, by the way. This was huge because yeah, like now they're gonna lose Drake as well, which would be otherwise quite free, I think. Wait, is Mickey trolling right back? No. They're low, no? Mkoi wins this. What are we doing? What is this? Why are they invading right back? Why don't they do Drake? Or why don't they insta-base after the play, get HP and then play the Drake? Fnatic had a chance there, I would say. Mkoi trolled by invading and dying. They could have base, ran Drake, or just do Drake and then base. They should never look for one more play. That was free Drake, no? For Fnatic after that play? Gabi. Gabi. Now soul point for Koi. Next play is Atakan 2 minutes. And that is top side. So most likely Rice base go top, Sion base go bot at some point. Seri lanes mid, every vision top side. Big fight for Atakan.
like, no, we'd like an ambulance.
Low-key last thing happening in this game, I would say, in the current game state. As we saw yesterday, Sion right side always outscales, and they're ahead as well. They have the Drakes as well, they have the Grubs as well. I think if they win an Atakan fight and get Atakan, that's it. Fnatic running out of chances here.
He's now in a very strong spot to actually be that threat in the side lane, can realm warp into a lot of the fights and just cause issues for Fnatic on side.
If they got that Drake, they would buy themselves so much time.
But against the Rise, if you end up with
But I don't know if it actually matters, because in my mind they're still getting outskilled this game. Sion and the Rise, just stronger champs than the Ambessa and the Casio when it comes to that, I think.
Charged Seraph's Embrace over on the other side. It is 8 stacks for JoJo's Rise on his Roa.
Pantheon is caught here. Nice play by Elioya. Elioya is playing really well now this game. Actually, I don't know if my memory is correct about this, but if I remember correctly, Elioya was like the first Qiyana jungle guy, no? Wasn't he like the best Qiyana jungle at some point? Or even a one-trick at some point? Maybe my memory doesn't serve me right. But for some reason, my mind is telling me that Elioya Qiyana has history.
Made their name from the LEC, this strong early game where they can very quickly garner these leads, start to try and play through side lanes, and when you've got this combo of Alvaro and Elioya that is so potent with the CC into the sheer amount of DPS that this Qiyana can provide.
Atakan in 10 seconds. Everyone get up here right now. 4 people top, 1 guy mid. Let's do it. Sion was next bot wave. You guys run top. Then Sion take over mid. Okay, we're just fighting. Nice flash by Elioya. Mickey's gonna die here. That's Atakan. Felt very overforced by Fnatic, this one. Instead of slow contesting and waiting for a mistake, they just send it and die. And now it's guaranteed lost.
With the Alistair down, the
Yeah,
TP coming
this is just
in,
lost now.
it's an Mkoi
Can't do anything about this Atakan. Have to play the soul.
Same type of objective for y'all in the LEC that has been for us in the LTA throughout the year, which is if he
Last fight on the soul here, 230.
without somebody trying to attack him, it's pretty surprising.
Koi in a very favorable situation here.
He's just not welcome on the Rift, except this time around, because they got the free pick right beforehand, there's just no way for Fnatic to try to challenge.
Playing top tier 2 though. But I guess that's fine. Still 2 minutes for Drake, no need to get down there already. Alistar no ult here. Flash. Feels so bad to lose flash before soul fight on Alistar. Kinda need that.
That's another flash used defensively from the Alistar.
Jojo getting caught again? Question mark. Or is Razork dead?
Just sidestepping around Razork takes him down to about 1/3 HP. Poby slithers into the area to be able to at least save Razork's life.
But there's no fight here, I think. Just Jojo playing with them, or them trying Fnatic trying to catch him again. Feels like that's the only bad thing that happened for Koi this game, if you understand what I mean. Jojo getting caught a few times. Or the only good things that happened for Fnatic this game, them catching Jojo, catching out Jojo.
But they couldn't find ways to enable him in team fights to actually carry.
Other than that, it's been very Koi favored, I would say, from the start to now.
Well, he's been looking great. And for Mkoi, when they have these gold leads in this tournament, it hasn't been going so great, as you can see on your screen. Even domestically, there's been a couple of hiccups. But
I'm surprised they're topside here with Koi and Vision and everything. Shouldn't bot side be the play with Drake in 1 minute? Or maybe they're just securing Rice one time and then... Ah, that makes sense, yeah. They secure Rice one time, so he doesn't die here, and then they go bot side. That makes sense, that makes sense. They just make sure he doesn't get caught. Understandable after what happened this game. He's just not doing top wave though, he's just grouped. I guess he doesn't have TP, that's fine. If he had TP, I think he should have stayed top, but he doesn't have TP, so it makes sense to go already. I would contest this from bot if I was Fnatic. This angle will never work. You have to go from bot, all the way from bot, like bot tri-brush. This angle from Fnatic, not possible. Need to go from bot. Like, from mid, it's impossible to enter because... Yeah, this positioning by Koi too OP, you know?
Still 2 stacks.
This is so hard for Fnatic. This positioning not possible, I think.
This is what I was talking about earlier.
This is just a free lose fight. They're just flashing in. This is a free lose fight. This positioning impossible. Nice engage by Rakan. Yeah, Fnatic lose this. That's game. Or not necessarily game, but that's Soul, which will lead to Baron, which will lead to game. So technically, that's game. Nice Rakan play, by the way. Has flash on Saya here, by the way. No. They're clicking to end, but I don't think they can. It's Drake, base, Soul, Baron, sorry. It's Soul, base, Baron. Yeah, in that order. Maybe tier 2 mid, tier 2 bot, but never end here.
And Mkoi sweeping through Fnatic.
Mkoi, they get themselves their clean ace. I could see the desperation. And let's take another look here in our MasterCard priceless moment of the game.
Look at Rakan this fight. Played it so well. He gets movement speed from Pantheon on ult, then Alistar, then Ambessa, flash W on the carries. Perfectly played. That was really nice by Rakan. And then he gets this W at the end here as well on Saya. He does E, I guess. E, W. Oh, they didn't show it.
I tried to go on the Zeri. Coming Kiana.
You can see there, just kind of like there's not a whole lot to react to. Just, you know, you're trying, but when you're 7,500 gold down, when you have to go with the flash Pantheon stun to try to initiate
you just throw
the fight.
Hail Mary.
Yeah, you're just trying to play for the 2% chance because otherwise it's a 1, right?
This is caught here, and there's no cross map. Baron is still down.
I think this Ambessa is long for this world. That is not Ambessa from our.
If this happens like a minute later, Fnatic could try a Baron here, just give bot inhib, but Baron is not even up yet, so that's just a free kill. They could even... Could they Ryze ult the Baron here? Ryze is TPing top. I think they're going Baron here, by the way. They're forcing Baron right now.
But now it's 13,000 gold.
He's gonna do top waves, and Sinus gonna TP. They're doing Baron right now.
About 24 petals advantage, so that's about 2,000 gold's worth of adaptive force.
They're doing it right now. Forcing this
is
right
on
now.
the map.
After top wave.
If you're Mkoi,
It's a perfect situation for them.
you can just take this Baron,
It's impossible to enter for Fnatic. I would go from top side, I think. The more from top side, the better. Top try. Around the red buff, maybe. Not through mid for sure. I think what Mick is doing is correct, but I don't know if this is even possible. It actually looks like they're not even trying. They're just giving this.
On your screen right now, it only takes Elyoya and Supa to kill the Baron off.
I think they have to try though, because once they get the Baron and they have the Cloud Soul as well, they're just gonna end, you know. There's no fight now. They're just gonna push 2 or 3 lane. They can even dive you low key. I think you had to contest that Baron or try to steal or something. Giving that is basically giving the game.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna see the Nexus explode before that timer runs out.
Yeah, I agree, Flares. I don't really think there's much here on Fnatic's side to try and uphold. 3 items on the Cassiopeia is a decent spot to
How do you do this? They're just gonna group.
Everything else is so in favor
Pantheon
of
ult.
Mkoi.
Pantheon ult. They're tipping behind. And Alistar tipping behind Pantheon ult. He's standing on the fountain. The Pantheon says home guards when he arrives. Wait, doesn't have home guards. Rakan is peeling well here. I don't even think he dies, by the way. He doesn't die. Fnatic getting wiped here. They don't have damage for their Rise? Really? I guess Ambessa wasn't there, but Ambessa needs to be there now. I mean, nicely played by Rakan to peel. And the collapse was good, right, from Mkoi. But I think if you're making that play as Fnatic, you TP behind with Alistar and Pantheon is ulting in. Your Ambessa needs to be there, no? You need to do that play together. Everyone together. That Rise has to die, no matter what.
We'll see if those towers give it to us. It'll be just shy, but it won't matter.
Probably wouldn't matter, but at least that would make the play a little bit understandable. I don't really see it minus Ambessa. Or I don't see the point of not having Ambessa there.
Just didn't look like they showed up at all.
I'm gonna take small break, okay? I will mute my mic for a moment, but I'll be back in like 5-10 minutes.
Swooping around on the side on JoJo, so that was good. I like the punish there on the aggressive early flashes, but after that, once Mkoi got ahead, they just never really gave it up.
Yeah, and I think it was, again, really good coordination between Elyoya and Alvaro, getting that vision, making the play set up, and making things very difficult for Fnatic.
All right, that's game number 1 done and taken care of. Mkoi are looking good. Desk, what do you guys think? Very good.
I don't even know, man. I don't even know. What was this? Is my mic on? Maybe it is. Yeah, okay, it's good. What was that?
Yeah, I mean,
What
to
happened?
me, this was definitely not like completely clean from the side of Mkoi. That there was a couple of mistakes, a couple of moments where they overstepped and got caught out. But generally, overall, the tempo vibes were always in favor of Mkoi there.
I'm speechless. I was expecting something kind of what we've been seeing in the LEC this year, but not at all. It doesn't even, like, there was no way they could fight back. For me, it was just spectating your own game from the side of Fnatic.
Yes, we asked if they can expand on their lead. They definitely expanded on their early game leads. That was something where it's like, okay, when they went up against KT, when they went up against G2, they were able to get leads. They were struggling to be able to expand it. Sure, they made some mistakes. But this, by the way, as you can see in front of you, yes, Jojo died early to the gank, but then he TP'd right back in and they knew he didn't finish his clear. He just went for a level 3 gank, so they ended up being able to challenge that. And it was nice to see them double back straight towards Poby.
And I love this trio, the mid-jungle support working together. This gang squad that was just getting action done early. And then this fight around the grubs. I love this setup that ends up coming through from this. This ult from Elyoya, I feel like all game, him and Alvaro, the setup in the team fights was so effective. And Fnatic just weren't ready for this engage to come through.
Yeah, and this is what I just generally love about Mkoi is that when they see an angle, when they see the fight, they will pull their support for it, and they will just pull the trigger. There is no hesitation. That was a lesson that they learned at MSI. This was a lesson they learned early in LEC, and they will go for it. As you can see in front of you, yes, they at the 20-minute mark, 5,000 gold, but the fact that at 15 minutes, it was like a 900 gold. And then at every minute afterwards, it expanded and ballooned to something as ridiculous as this with Drake control. Beautiful to see.
It's crazy to see the level of confidence on the side of Mkoi so far in this game and in this series, because for them to play champions like this and manage to snowball leads that fast, I gotta say, if Fnatic doesn't wake up and come up with a plan, I don't see how this is going 3 games at all.
Yeah, it's insane. And it's not as if Fnatic didn't try, right? Like, Fnatic did make the attempt, like 10 minutes, 13 minutes. Imiyaki X on like the Alistar, hex flashing and really trying to punish Rise on sides. Like, they were making the attempts. It was just not like all for naught.
Yeah, it felt like it was a lot of just little moments, picks, some oversteps from Mkoi that were punished, but it never really translated to anything more.
Yes.
I think that was the issue, really. And it felt like, especially the setups for the team fights were so spectacular for Mkoi.
I want to take a look at our HyperX Reflex replay here, because maybe the international audience doesn't know that Elyoya has a Kiana, but they found out the hard way here during this game with a beautiful ult.
And the focus isn't really on the Herald. They go for the fight. It's a great Rakan ult to start things off. A sacrifice from Alvaro. And this ult here, Elyoya gets the CC on both carries, then dips over the wall, takes out the jungler, and Poby and Upset, they kind of have to just awkwardly leave the pit at low HP. Elyoya's on this flank, cutting them off. And yeah, Upset does make the run away, but the fight is won at this point. It's just cleaning up the kills.
That's the thing. That's what I love about Kiana. There's 2 angles to the fight, like you mentioned. The angle is you have to deal with Supa in the front. But then, what the hell is Kiana doing in the back line? Elyoya is so talented on these carry options, and the fact that he's able to get the assassination, like take attention of 3 players, he creates so much space for Supa, who went massive this game.
And I'm just going to be real. We had a lot of Kiana games in the LCK and a lot of Kiana losses, right? It is not the easiest champion to execute, and Elyoya really made it work here.
Something I want to ask you guys, looking at the compositions, do you feel like there was a comeback potential on the side of Fnatic? Outside of the mental aspect, outside of what we've seen from these players individually?
Like, I liked Fnatic's draft. I think it was fine, right? Like, they had the damage from the Cassio, Xayah, to be able to deal with Sion. I think the Xayah pick was fine in the sense that they were dealing with a mid-range composition with Kiana, like Sion and everything, so they could deal with it, especially the Rakan. Like, I thought it was okay. There was some comeback potential, but you just weren't in a position to do much. Like, as much as I say about the Cassio DPS, there's still so many like threats in the opposing side that she couldn't really deal much damage at all. Like, she wasn't given that space like Supa was.
Yeah, to me this was so much more about the execution than the draft itself.
Yeah.
All right, moving forward, it's do or die. It's back to the drawing board and come back with something ASAP, or just go back to Berlin here. What do we want to see from Fnatic? We want to see something. We haven't seen anything yet so far at Worlds, and especially this last game. One last chance to prove it all.
It sucks because I think if they want to take those fights on Herald or Grubs, being willing to pull more members, because Mkoi are bloodthirsty. They will look for the fights. You know they will look for the fights. So at least in the early Grubs fight or something, if you want to pull the Cassio earlier on, sure, it might be a risk. You might lose a little bit on sides, but that's something that Mkoi is looking for. You need to be able to match them.
I think I've been saying it a lot already, but proactivity, I think you need to be one starting the fight. You need to be one engaging. And it feels like in a lot of the other games, and this one too, it was the other team leading the charge, and Fnatic just kind of getting caught up in the mixer.
And so far, Summoner's Rift belongs to Mkoi in this elimination series. Fnatic will be on the blue side for next game. Let's see if they can come up with something, or if Mkoi will wrap this one 2-0.
Okay, right. No flash Casio.
Slow. Hit front, Pant will die.
Can I?
Pant no flash, okay? Slow.
Best round. Casio 1 HP.
Nice stun.
Casio 1 HP, Pete.
Slow.
We win this, okay?
Hit front. All of them no flash.
Keep going. Dale. I go.
I'm coming, look my position, okay? I can bait them.
In 4.
I'll bait them.
3. I'm going to.
An update is required. Financial system updating. System updated.
We will dance to get.
The future of money is here. Feels good.
Red Bull gives you wings.
I'm here now. Sorry about that. Just made a smoothie for myself. Get something. Get some food in the belly. Pretty rough game for Fnatic, that one. I must say, not the biggest fan of the way they did the draft either. But due to it being fearless, anything can happen now. So if we think quickly about which champions are out and which champions are open, I would say top lane, kind of whatever now. No Sion, no Ambessa, those are the big ones usually. Wukong is open, so that's number one jungle open. Need to be banned most likely or picked on blue side. Yunar is open, so that needs to be banned or picked on blue side. Or traded, I guess, for something. Rice was used, so we still have Orianna and Asir. Either need to be banned or traded. I think that's it, right? For like the big ones. There's still Nico, there's still Bard for support. There's still Kai'Sa, no Sion now, which is the usual answer. Yeah, something like that. Fnatic was blue next game, right? So Fnatic wants Wukong first pick, or Azir / Orianna with other one out, or Yunara, I would say. One of those four. But you don't want to trade, you know? It doesn't feel good to get Wukong for, let's say, Yunara plus Azir with Orianna ban. So most likely if you're Fnatic, you try to remove some OPs. And most likely as Mkoi, you try to either trade or remove all OPs. Wukong, Yunara, Azir, Orianna, I would say, are the big ones. Wukong, Yunara, Azir, Orianna, yes. And Kai'Sa, maybe Kai'Sa, higher prior now. No Saya to answer. No Saya Rakan. Which is the usual answer to Kai'Sa. Like Kai'Sa and Nico might be a good 2-3, you know, this game. If they play. Let's say Fnatic gets, for whatever reason, if they can get Wukong first pick, or Azir / Orianna first pick with Kai'Sa Nico 2-3. I think not bad, no? Not bad first 3 if you can get this. Let's see what they do. Let's see. Nice game by Mkoi though. I think Mkoi played pretty well this game. Only Jojo got caught a few times. That was like the bad thing that happened, pretty much. Can't really fault him for the gank, I would say, level 3. But when he died top and when he died bot, it was unnecessary for sure.
To our first elimination series here in the Swiss stage between Mkoi and Fnatic. Although Fnatic struck first in game number 1, securing a first blood after some aggressive mid lane play, it was ultimately
Orianna. There's Wukong and there's Azir. I think that's Mkoi you trade, by the way. They banned the Azir, so they just give the Wukong for free. I don't like that. Have to be some kind of trade here. Now it's just Wukong for free. Nico is banned, so there's no Nico Kai'Sa. Yunara is banned, so there's no trade. Orianna Azir banned, so there's no trade. This is just a Wukong for free. Wukong for Poppy, I think. Probably. Wukong first pick and Poppy 1-2. Something like that.
Coaches, but they managed to get that upset over KC with a fantastic performance that put a lot of hope into the Fnatic fans.
Draft this bug. Rumble over Wukong. What?
It would be heartbreaking for those.
What about Wukong? They can easily play Galio top. They can have Galio Wukong here.
Right,
what?
Let's jump into Champ Select, powered by Omen and HyperX here for game number 2.
If they go Galio Wukong here, I think this is Mkoi favored. I would definitely go Wukong 1 over Rumble.
Their opponents on Mkoi, banning out some mid-lane.
Need to ban Galio if you want to do Rumble 1, no? That just gets neutralized by Galio right away, and then they get the Wukong. So this is just winning for Mkoi now.
Wukong has been such a strong pick in the meta at the moment, and not going towards that definitely feels like, obviously it's getting comfort for Oscarinen, but maybe not comfortable with the meta. Because now you've even got opportunities for Mirren, who has liked playing things like the K'Sante into this in the past and has looked incredibly strong. There it is, into Oscarinen specifically on this.
I like Galio more, but K'Sante not bad.
1v2'd Razork and Oscarinen in this pick in game 4 of their last series.
Yeah, I
feel like Wukong is the big one.
I remember that highlight.
Like regardless of top matchup, Wukong is just the big one, right? They're gonna take the Poppy side.
That was a pretty tough one.
It had to be something like that. I thought it would be the other way around originally, but I guess this also somewhat works, right? It's not that bad. Not that bad. I just would have preferred the Wukong side. But probably this matchup was happening no matter what. I would take Kai'Sa here, I think. I like Kai'Sa here.
It is also a bit of a
like this.
special, right? We saw it in internationals last
What do I
year.
play on AD now? I would play Sivir maybe. Maybe Sivir here. Because there's no side. Actually, there's Corki, Sivir, and I don't like Caitlyn. Corki, Sivir, and I don't like Annie. Yeah, maybe take Corki or Sivir here, I would say.
Poppy into the bottom lane, and they want Razork to be able to go back towards the Vi. This Vi Kai'Sa has been a really strong.
I like Sivir here.
Works well with the Rumble as well.
More than any.
I'm probably just going to ban it on this next rotation.
Locking Annie? No, locking Sivir. I like it more. So
So
what do we ban now? There's no Rakan or Alistar. I don't think Bard is great for either team, but it's still a strong champ, so I'll probably think about that. If I'm Fnatic, I don't want to end up blind picking something into Braum on 5, so I'll probably ban Braum if I'm looking for Rel or Nautilus on 4-5, but Nautilus is bad into Sivir. I think as Mickey here, you need to play Rel or Bard, right? Nautilus is bad into Sivir. They banned the Nautilus anyway. Sivir is really good in the Nautilus though.
Sivir here is the most played for Super.
And what is mid situation now? There's no Orianna, no Aurora, no Asir, no Cassio, no Ryze, no Talia. A lot of champions out for mid. Braum ban for the Rel / Leona, I guess, for Mickey here. Doesn't make sense to ban Braum if you're looking for Bard, so I think Mickey's looking for Rel or Leona now. Those are the only ones left. But what Koi can do now is ban one of them, so they could ban like Leona here and pick Rel on 4.
Yeah, I think
they ban Rel, so now Leona is the only one left. But if enemy goes Leona, like let's say Mickey goes Leona, Alvaro could go Lulu on 5, and they're chilling. Their comp is really good. And Leona is not strong enough to lane Kingdom that lane, so Sivir Lulu can get away with scaling in that lane. Karma ban. So they are looking for a range then. They're looking for Bard. No, they're gonna take the Bard. I think he has to go Leona, by the way. He has no choices here. He has to go Leona. Or Pyke. I like it, I like it. If you have confidence, I like it. Otherwise, it's just a Leona game. But if you have confidence for this, do it.
The Alvaro has won.
Definitely do this if you have the confidence. Come on, Mickey. Believe in yourself. I like Jarvan. I'm actually surprised they left Jarvan open 4-5. Well, it's Poppy support then. That's not an easy lane. They must have thought it's Poppy jungle, no? Because Jarvan ban makes sense if you're picking Sivir like this. They must have thought it's just Poppy jungle. Otherwise, they would have banned Jarvan 4-5. Like, Sivir has a much easier time playing against Nautilus than playing against Jarvan, right? So their bans make no sense, actually, if you think about it. They kind of bamboozled them with this Poppy flex, by the way. They bamboozled me as well. Actually, this Poppy flex saved the game, or saved the draft, sorry. Because Jarvan here is incredible value, and even though bot is hard, they kind of wasted 2 bans now, you know? They banned Nautilus Rel, but they already had support picked. They bamboozled them, and me. Hey! Victor versus Wei, maybe? Way better, I think. Actually, no dash mid, though. Do we have a dash mid here? Ori? Maybe Ori better. Yeah, maybe Ori best. I don't think Kassadin is the way. Ori? Galio? I don't mind Galio. That's better, yeah. Oh, he actually did it! Wow, he actually did it? I mean, they're low-key full AP, right? They have a Kai'Sa that wants to go AP. They have Victor Rumble. I mean, Kai'Sa cannot go AP, but she wants to, and she still has some magic damage in her kit. So this Kassadin has a value, if you think about it. It's double AP solo lane plus Kai'Sa. I think Gali would have been best, because he also functions really well against full AP team comps. I think Ori maybe not bad as well. You have a dash then to get out of Jarvan ult. And you can play aggro with your team comp, more aggro than with Kassadin, for example. But this is not that bad, actually. I see what he's looking for. And wait, didn't he have like a Kassadin game this year where he played really well or had a banger game? That happened, no? At some point this year? Jojo Kassadin? I feel like that happened at some point. It's not the first time he plays that this year, I think.
Exactly. Levels 1 through 5, you're kind of a melee minion. Levels 6 through 10.
Poppy has a really hard time laning this game, but they kind of saved the draft with that, I think, what they did.
Level 16 plus. Riot, please balance.
Hopefully the Jarvan can make the value. Like Poppy suffering, Jarvan value. You know what I mean? Poppy takes the hard part of that, and Jarvan gets the value part of that.
Like if I'm Kai'Sa and I'm like, cool, let me send myself in with Killer Instinct into the backline, and I
mean, it is Mickey. He usually figures this out. It's some Halo Blades E-start flash on enemy tech.
Maybe it is a loving embrace, but I feel like that's not going to happen this time around.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a little bit of family therapy here in this one. As
hey, look at the Poppy runes. Halo Blades.
Game number 2 of Fnatic versus
He's just gonna send it. This is the only way out of this lane. He has to just send it.
But Mickey running the Hail of Blades on the Poppy for the extra combat power.
It's the only way to play this.
So not going to have that same level of utility. Here's a look at the runes that Jojo is running on his Kassadin. You can see he's got the Conqueror, sudden impact, last stand for when he gets low to be able to find those amazing outplay situations.
This is a little greedy though from Jojo as we get a little bit of trading on the bottom side, because I would have expected him to go for the inspiration tree and try and get the biscuits and that, especially against the Victor, who is notorious for being very strong in lane and being able to trade effectively. For you to try and survive in this early stage, it can be a little bit of a pickle, but for Jojo, feeling happy enough to try and take those runes that will empower.
I'm really interested in mid.
Impact,
I would love camera mid this game.
To really be a mega threat when he gets to that stage.
How does the Castle in lane here?
Level 16 with Ultimate Hunter on top of the items he already likes to build is just going to be it's Earth mode Kassadin, right? Like
Bot is hard, but it's not like, oh yeah, there's the flash tech. You just know it. You just know it. Sadly, Poppy got the kill, but that's fine. That's fine. You just know it. The only way out of this lane is some Halo Blades Flash E tech. You just know it. Nice play by Mkoi.
It is a pick he made his name on at MSI last year, and now bringing it out in what is potentially Fnatic's
really nice play by
game
Mkoi.
of the year and picking up first blood.
You love to see it. When your back is against the wall, you've got to be willing to put all the cards.
Hex flash into E here.
Got to be willing to pull out the pocket picks.
Could have spell shield though, so might be wasting time with this. Can you spell shield Poppy passive? What would happen there if she spell shield? Nothing, I guess, because it's an auto attack, right? Counts as an auto attack when she throws the buckle. You can spell shield that, I think. So every time he has buckle, he can trade. Okay, we have some cheese. 3 camps into invade or bot gank. Bard no flash. Hex flash into E.
He's going to sneak into the backline. Super
E.
already low.
Anio.
And Razork's here.
Should E, no? E. Has flash. He's fine. Nice flash by Razork to save it. Oof. If it wasn't for that flash by Razork, he was fine. Nice flash by Razork here. Alright, and they can't invade the Razork topside either, because Wukong did top to bot, so he's just gonna be able to base him around top here, and then do his respawn bot side. This is looking really good for Fnatic so far.
And I mentioned in draft how this Sivir was the most played for Supa throughout the summer in the LEC. Well, Kais is also the most
last game,
throughout the summer.
When Razork did this, they could invade him on the side he didn't clear yet, but because of Wukong patting, they can't actually do that this game.
And this is what I'm saying. I love
really nice gank, no?
From Razork, avoiding all the
nicely played as well with the flash EQ, or EQ flash, I guess, to follow the Sivir flash. I thought she was fine here. He didn't get the other Coco, I guess. Look at this flash. Perfect flash.
The follow on the flash from Razork was perfect there.
Nicely done, and now a death for both bottom laners on the Mkoi side.
Poppy cannot die in situations like this.
Through mid here, as is Alvaro. Alvaro clearing out a little bit of vision as Jojo
looks really good for Fnatic so far. Look at top CS as well, 29 to 15.
Alvaro gets to stop by mid, he can place down.
He's getting own top lane too. I mean, mid should be winning. That's no surprise. I don't know about top situation being this bad, though.
You've heard of Mojo Jojo, now it's Coco Jojo.
Probably just getting outplayed. They're actually owning them, no? They're 1.5k gold up in 4 minutes. Bot is frozen too. We need help down here. Unless Mickey gets too low.
Mickey not feeling too bad.
Yeah, again, I think you're perfectly happy for Fnatic.
Yeah, looks really good here. How do you even get out of this as Koi? You have to swap, no? Need to base him around top with Sivir, and Cassandra needs to TP bot right now. But if they're gonna lose a lot if he doesn't TP top here. He has to TP top here. Yeah, he has to. They can't actually swap. Wait, he doesn't have portal, by the way. He's QW. This board has no portal. He's dead. He doesn't have portal. He's just dead. No? He's just dead. He doesn't have portal. Ay. There's a bard in river without portal or flash. Ay. Level 2 bard at 5 minutes.
And looking very impressive doing it. This is when, again, Fnatic
shouldn't go there.
at their best and most confident. And
they're in so much trouble. They can't swap either due to how the lanes are going. The Cassandra had to TP top there. So this is just a free Drake. They're going to be scared about dive at the same time. And Fnatic can push and swap whenever they want to top. Rumble will be able to 1v2 in this game state on the other side. Looks really good for Fnatic here.
Upset level 5, just going to rotate over and help Razork take this thing down. You can see there when Plasma procs, it procs for about 500.
He's just basing already? You don't do next bot 5 here with Kai'Sa?
And so then that
if he bases already, he's just running top, by the way. Isn't he? He's running bots. I thought they would swap here for grubs, but I guess they still have time. He can still go bot, do like 2-3 waves, and then run top all the way. Or base again and run top all the way. But for sure, Fnatic should play every objective, everything that can be played from here. basically, when you're ahead, it's a pretty simple rule. It's if you're ahead, you always want to follow the enemy. You don't want to give them anything. So, for example, if the next objective is grub, but enemy says, no, we can't fight grub, let's go bot, then Fnatic should think one extra step further and follow them bot first, kill them all, and then go grubs. Never give them anything when you're ahead. Just follow enemy and match enemy and fight. And if you're losing, it's the opposite. Never fight, always try to go opposite side, always try to cross map. So if Fnatic try to think the extra step from here, they shouldn't just take grub, let enemy make play bot. Take Drake, let enemy make play top. They should just follow enemy and fuck them up. And for Koi, they should try to avoid, of course, since they are losing. Like, I'm really interested to see how this grub sequence play out, right? Because Koi actually swapped the top side, but there's no way they win a fight on grub. So maybe they just keep the Sivir top and Bard Wukong try to run bot and dive the Rumble. Rumble is going to base run bot here. I think Koi should try to dive the Rumble, and someone from Fnatic should cover. They shouldn't let the Rumble get dive. Actually, Victor is going bot. That's even easier to dive. Koi should definitely dive this Victor bot here, and Fnatic need to cover him, while they're getting grubs, of course. It's just important Fnatic doesn't give anything. They should contest everything from here. They did this last game as well, right? They put AD carry mid for the grubs, mid laner bot, and top laner top. This was exactly the same setup last game, no? For Fnatic. It's quite unusual. Normally for grub, mid laner stay mid, bot laner go top laner go bot. But they seem to have a strat where they always play AD carry mid laner bot, and top just stays top. It's a different approach than what other teams do. This AD carry mid at 7 minutes. Koi are just matching it. But every match play should be winning for Fnatic since they're ahead. I'm actually surprised Koi are posturing for a fight here. Can they fight? Koi? It's possible. With a Kassadin, Ruby Crystal tier, can fight here. We're fighting here. This is a fight. Got one grub already. Elioya is trying to get the second one. Fnatic should fight. Fnatic should just engage here. Fight, fight, fight. Flashy, flashy. Oh, he spell shielded it. Fuck. Really? Bard is dead here. Oh, he can take the portal from there? What? Jarvan is dead. No, if Cassandra ult him? Why is Cassandra not ulting the Jarvan? What? Wait, why didn't the Cassandra ult the Jarvan? Okay, he dies anyway. Wait, the Bard can take the portal from within the Jarvan ult? What? And Koi got a grub as well. This is insane for Koi. What a comeback this is. We're dead though, so we can't get a second grub. Okay. But we got one anyway. And Jarvan died. It could be worse, you know? It could be worse. Uh-oh. 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 That's it. Alright. I thought they would kill them there with Kai's ult, but I guess not. We're all inning bots. Is this possible? Just Cassandra things? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Oh! Run, Bobby, run! Nice! Oh, just Cassandra things. Nice moment.
Able to sidestep so much of that damage from Mirwin and just outlast him.
So Fnatic got 2 grub, Koi got 1. I would say, all things considered, not bad for Koi, you know? This game stayed really bad. They got 1 grub and 1 kill. Not that bad, actually. I feel like that should have been cleaner for Koi, though. Like, Cassandra should just ult the Jarvan there. Jarvan gets 1 shot without Wukong using anything, and then they can easily play the last grub with Wukong ult still up. I don't know if they're gonna show replay, but there was a clear timing for Cassandra to ult the Jarvan, and Wukong could save his flash and ult then.
As long as you can try and keep up this pressure, kind of do what Mkoi did to you in the last game, you should be in
still winning game state for Fnatic. I think next Drake is the play, 15 seconds. Looks like Fnatic will just keep the lane. They have a very clear strat with AD carry mid at 7 minutes, and then he just stays mid for the rest of the game. And mid laner bot at 7 minutes, and he just stays bot for the rest of the game, and top laner then moves. It's quite unusual, but it seems very clear. They did the same last game. And Mickey just playing on side, right? Like last game they played, what, Alistar plus Cassio on side, now they're playing Poppy plus Victor on side. You can see it on the minimap. Mickey always with Poppy on side.
kind of fall into this game state where
Upset just solo mid.
It
was exactly the same last game, exactly the same this game. Seems like a strat for them. Mid prio into Drake here for Fnatic, most likely. But prio already secured. And Elioy is just topside, so this is a give angle for Mkoi. Understandable, I think. I feel like they should have given the grubs too, but they ended up actually fighting and getting a kill and getting a grub, so sort of turned out good. This is more to be expected, I think. Like, this is how I thought it would be from the start, just give everything and try to play other side. Fnatic should defend this side though. They shouldn't give them this play top. But maybe Rumble can 1v2. He has ult as well. Yeah, they're chilling. Rumble 1v2s this. He just ults this wave.
So having that flash keeps him safe, means that Fnatic can get the dragon.
Or?
And at the moment, there's no real response.
He's ult, no?
There are several members of Mkoi here.
A little bit late on the ults. Doesn't matter, I guess. Just one shots away. Wow. Rumble champion. I guess not ulting also baits them to waste more time.
They could get some damage down, have that killer instinct to try and follow through. So keeping Mkoi out of that top side.
This is more what I expected to happen. Koi give objective, try to go other side. Fnatic should either cover or, I guess, trust the Rumble to 1v2, 1v3. We are fine here now. Yeah.
Two double dragons being taken. You want that time to buy
Herald in 240, which is the next play. Most likely same thing happening again. Koi tried to go other side. Fnatic get Herald. I'm not sure how much they're gonna wait. Koi, maybe level 11 Kassadin and then play. Hey, yo, Crab! Hey! It's gonna speed up, by the way. It's gonna speed up soon and start running fast, no? Isn't he not gonna go crazy soon? No, he's just slowly, so slowly. I feel like sometimes the Crab goes super fast.
Seeing the sights, sounds, and smells of Summoner's Rift in places and ways that he never has before. And now he got beat over the head by Wukong, and he's dead.
Well, that's what happens when you go to the
Poor
jungle
Crab.
sometimes, you know?
At least he had a good trip on his way out, even if he ended up in a dangerous part of the Rift. But it's a 2,500 gold lead for Fnatic. And we had the stats up on your screen just a little bit before that potential fight broke out. Last game was great for Supa on the Zeri, but this game, since things started out so rough, so shaky in the bottom lane, it's been kind of hard to feel like you've got good ground to stand on.
But again, that has been the Fnatic game plan for not only...
And Mickey is going the solo queue Poppy build. Halo Blades, Key Flash level 1, Swifties, Blood Song, and Deadman's Blade. Full solo rank, Poppy. I like it, I like it.
So looking at EXP right now,
we're on a ward here. Uh-oh. Has no flash, by the way. If he lands his Q, he's dead. He's dead. This is a kill to Kassadin. What? Wow, they don't have the damage? What? He lives that. They go. I thought for sure they one-shot that guy, but I guess Kassadin deals absolutely zero damage. Catalyst, Blasting Wand, Tear Boots, and a Doran's Shield. Yeah, it doesn't actually deal damage. Maybe the level 11 he kills there, right? Kassadin, but level 10 not possible. And Mickey again covering Poby.
Same way that it was in the previous one. Jojo still about 3/4 of the way to level 11. Pretty big power spike there for Kassadin.
And Oscar weak side.
Giving you significantly better
Herald in 30 seconds. Let's see how Koi do this. Of course Fnatic should play the Herald, but I wonder what Koi does. Do they actually fight, or do they just go opposite side one more time? It's hard to play opposite side in the Rumble. Do they have to fight? Is that the only play they have, actually? You could dive this Rumble, I feel like, but he's gonna clear the way. He's gonna dive with the wave, you know? Like, if you were here with Wukong Bard, you probably kill him, but he's gonna die with the wave. So you get a kill, but you can't push anything. But maybe that's still the better play, right? Unless you believe you can win a fight here. Let's see what they do. Are they gonna stick around and fight here? Looks like. We get a fight here, I think. Level 11 Kassadin. That might be the timing. That might be the trigger to fight, no? He's strong now. He doesn't have to wait level 16. Level 11 is usually enough. Yeah, they're definitely posturing for a fight. Kazant is moving too. This is just a fight now. They want to fight this. Yeah, Rumble is not here, by the way, and doesn't have TP. This is 5v4 for Koi. They should force hard right now.
you're going to have
Can't go in with Wukong though, Poppy W, but definitely should start the Herald right now.
Manually instead, because we want to fight for the Herald, and that's
Is this just free?
Herald started up by
Rumble is not
Mkoi
even
now,
moving.
As Oscar's just going to take the opportunity to push the wave down here in the bottom
this
lane.
is free.
Oscar looked like he was thinking about
Fnatic should leave this area. They're wasting time here.
Realizes he won't be able to reach the objective in time, so just goes back down to split push instead. Herald is secured by
I don't really like this from Oscar, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like because they're stronger, it's kind of what I said before. If you are stronger in the game, you should never give enemy anything. Never. Just follow and fight. If you're weaker, of course you want to trade. As Koi here, you're really happy to get a Herald. Even if it costs you bot tier 1. And it didn't even cost you the bot tier 1. I don't like this from Oscar. I think because they're stronger they have to fight, that's the first thing. And second thing, if you can't even get the bot tower, it's just a troll play to stay bot, you know? If you get the bot tower, at least it's Herald bot tower. But now it's like, you just lost Herald, that's it. So I don't like that from Oscar. Either way, I don't like that from Oscar, but especially with him not taking tier 1, I don't like it. Alright, Drake spawning, that's the next one. Really big moment for Koi. Have to fight there, have to get this. Soul Point is really hard to play against. So of course Fnatic should go here as well. This should be a fight on Drake here, 5v5.
Okay, Herald summoned as the dragon spawns. The Herald, they're trying to get the charge on it.
We're fighting. Poby's caught. Poby's caught. Poby's really caught. We didn't flash the Bard ult either. We're still not flashing. We're just Giga chatting it. Now we flashed. Poby just Giga chatted it. And it kind of won them the fight actually. No. Nice EQ by Jarvan, flash EQ. Dies to the Kaiser Q. Yeah. That's what I thought they should have done at the Herald. But they got it here, and that's Soul Point as well. That's mid tier 1. That's huge, that's huge. I thought Poby was caught here, and he doesn't flash as well. He just Giga chats it. Doesn't even flash the Bard ult. What about the Bard Q? Oh, he got stunned by Victor W, so he couldn't Q. Still doesn't flash, and then he flashes the Cassante Q flash. Wow! Nice play by Poby, no? He Giga chats it, and then he flashes Cassante Q flash. Perfectly played almost, if you think about it.
They are going to roll over the fight. They can then immediately
maybe not even almost. Just perfectly played, yeah, by Poby. Giga chat.
The tier 1 turret mid. They take the tier 1 turret bot. They have the wave shoved into the tier 1
now it looks really good for Fnatic. You have Soul Point, 5k gold lead. You got mid tier 1 on the previous play. Sure, you lost the Herald, but game looks really good here.
The position that you need to be either on Super or Jojo.
What's next on the map? It's Atakan 140. So there's still enough play. Sorry, there's still enough time for a play before the Atakan spawn. Like for example, Poppy could run top here. Actually, the Atakan is topside, but it doesn't really matter. What I mean is, they can make a play here. They can fight one time. They can put all the wards, then they can base and still play the Atakan. There's no trade for Koi in any way. For example, Poppy could base right now, run bot all the way, kill the Kassadin, then base again, run top all the way, and still make it to the Atakan. There is a timing here to make a play on the opposite side of enemy. Like Koi is top side here, you could run bot with Poppy right now on this base, kill this Kassadin, then run top again. You have time. Let's see what he does. Otherwise it's just Atakan next, right? Everyone go top side, wait for Atakan. Fnatic probably winning that play. Low-key give and trade for Koi. Low-key, no? Probably what they should have done for a long time in this game. Still have the chance here, I think. Because Atakan you can give, Soul you cannot. I would say. Like Koi have the choice here to give the Atakan and run bot, kill the Rumble, get top, bot tier 1 for Kassadin and play the game. They don't have to fight this Atakan. It's not a must. You can definitely pump gold into your Kassadin here if you want.
Because he does look fantastic on some of these engagements.
It seems like they're just contesting again.
Hasn't always been that top tier that we expect from Alvaro, who's made a name for himself, honestly, as the best support that we have in the LEC right now. But not able to perform this time around, getting caught out, giving that opening then from Razork to follow up on that second gank. It has been Fnatic steamrolling through this bottom lane.
All right, Mkoi, let's see what you guys got to defend, because Poby has used his teleport to join up here.
Just a 5v5. Very Fnatic favored. Win probability very high, 90% plus. I'm so addicted to Dota now. I'm watching a 20-minute Dota clip every night. I just love it. I'm gonna rewatch all the true sites, I think. I watched most of them, but I'm just gonna rewatch all of them now, I think. It's so hype. Looks free. Bard ult, late. Poppy ult good. Cassante caught. Poppy W on the Cassante W. He's dead. He can't W out. He's just dead. Jarvan is inting a bit though. Bardold not bad. Maybe this is it. Has to go. This could be it for Koi, by the way. If they don't win this, they never win a fight. This is the best it can ever get. Still losing. Because that was a really good board ult into a really good wombo, right? If they don't win that, they never win. That was it. Best chance.
I don't think they're going to find anybody else, but they already got what they came for.
I thought that Tempered Fate might have been enough to turn the fight, but as he said, Flowers, the Anakin goes down so quickly.
Good Poppy ult. K'Sante is just dead. He can't use any spell to get out because Poppy's gonna block it. Jarvan is a little bit early on the engage, but he dies, leaving them in a pretty bad position, right? Like, he locks 3 and dies. Victor ult on top. Probably worthy death. Worthy death by Razork.
There's nothing he can do. Jojo doesn't have the damage. And once again, it's the lack of team fight power initially, right now in this
Soul in 130. Koi have to fight. No more chances to farm. Have to fight.
Giving them all of those flower petals. And again, I always like to bring this up because it's something that's so easy to...
Hey, yo, win expectancy. That's like win probability, no? In Dota, it's the same. Hey, it's up at 90 something. Hey. Thank you, Dota.
Somewhere between 1.5 and 2,000 gold's worth of adaptive force for free.
Has that been there before? I haven't paid attention before. Has that been there before, or are they listening to me?
Until the final dragon spawns, if Fnatic gets it. That's your Infernal Soul. That's your massive power spike again. Jojo, level 13 on the Kassadin, still
0918 Kai'Sa elimination game draft.
See here, 1 and 8 Kai'Sa at the event, 0 and 9 Jarvan.
I didn't even think about that. We locked in 09 Jarvan and 18 Kai'Sa for our elimination game. Giga Chad. Giga Chad Fnatic.
To try and take that one. And it has been this kind of Kai'Sa.
But not bad, you see. Past game 1, when there's less dashes, like Jarvan value goes up. Into Sivir, Jarvan value goes up crazy. And Kai'Sa into Sivir is much better than Kai'Sa into Yunara or Kai'Sa into Saya. Poppy ult missed. Winnable for Koi. Kai'Sa's deep, but she wins that. Right? Yeah. Or, yeah. Even if she dies here, it's fine. She doesn't even die. GG. We're going the distance. Yeah, not much Koi can do at this point. They're 2 behind. That's Soul. They are not going to end. They're going to push a lot and play the Baron in 2 minutes. But that's basically it, yeah. That's basically it. It's Soul into push, into base, into Baron. Koi have no choice but to fight. Probably get wiped again, and then it's GG. So it's basically GG already.
Just get to continue pushing. This feels so night and day from game number 1. And again, I love this call.
Nice E-flash by Mickey. Sadly misses the Poppy ult, though. Wait, what happened with the Poppy ult?
But again, Upset. This is what he started to change in summer in the LEC. This ability to be aggressive, not care about the KDA, and put his life on the line to make things happen for Fnatic. He barely survives.
And you can see a little bit of frustration there from Elyoya. And I mean, hey, it's a frustrating game. It has been from the very beginning. Fnatic has run the show on this one. And now they've got everything they need. And it feels like every single time we're counting a new big thing that Fnatic has achieved for themselves. Whether it's a big team fight win and a gold spike, or maybe it's moving to Soul.
Have to fight the Baron here as Koi. You don't have a choice to go opposite side anymore. In the early game, you can give like second Rake, go opposite side. Give the Grubs, go opposite side. Give the Herald, go opposite side. But when it comes to like Soul points, Soul, Atakan to a certain extent, Baron for sure, Elder for sure, you just have to fight. Regardless of game state, regardless of how behind you are, what your champions are good at or not, have to fight. That's why I'm surprised early they don't trade more, because early they actually have the choice to trade more and play for gold. Sure, you lose Grubs, but you can get a kill in a tower. Sure, you lose second Rake, but you can get a kill in a tower. At this point, you don't have that choice anymore. Now you have to fight. 10k gold lead, 9k gold lead, but yeah. Hard fight here, coming up for Koi. Not really sure how to play this.
Jojo did have his Rod of Ages finally proc, and it procced, I believe, once he was level 14 to spike him to 15, like you were talking about earlier. He needs 5% more EXP, and he will
Poppy ult
hit
as
level
well.
16. A level 16 Kassadin
Like, even if you somehow steal this, you lose the fight. And if you don't steal any fight, you lose the fight and lose the Baron. So what do you do? Like, the fight is gonna be lost no matter what. It's just a matter of can you get the Baron or not, and it looks like they can't. So now it's just lost. This fight cannot win. Run, run, everybody run! We cannot win this fight. Everybody out! Run! Everybody run! Jarvan ult. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Oh, it can kidnap, kidnap, kidnap! Hey, Jarvan is hinting! Hey, 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 hey! He caged them though before he died. Wow. 1 HP Jarvan ult. 1 HP Jarvan ult. Imagine he dies and doesn't get that ult off. Then that's just a free kill. That was the fucking Jarvan ult of a lifetime, no? 1 HP, cage die. Kind of a Giga Chad game, no? Jarvan Giga Chad, Victor Giga Chad. Yeah, everyone kind of Giga Chad this game. Hey yo, Kassadin, do the level 16 thing. Do the level 16 thing. Hey yo, Kassadin. We have been waiting. Long have we awaited. Level 16 activated? Something like that. Show the thing, show the thing. Hey yo, the thing. This is level 16 thing. Do it, do it, do it. Now, now, now. Yeah? Right now. Now's the time. Ult flash. One more. One more. One more. Nope. Nice try. Long have we awaited. Level 16 Kassadin not activated. Banger, no? We go the distance. Hey, yo, we go the distance. Hey, yo, the distance.
Able to pick up the
oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Hype, hype, hype.
To game number 3. Elimination for one of these LEC teams.
Fnatic showing that they are not ready to go home yet. We have had 2 incredibly one-sided games to 2 separate sides. Desk, what is going on for our 3rd game?
Well, before we go into that first game, I want to say I'm happy that Fnatic finally arrived at Worlds. Great first victory.
Jarvan, first win!
Ages, but guys, better late than never. First win on Jarvan, first win for Fnatic. They just needed that skins buff.
True. Somehow, the looping logic of picking the worst win rate champions gives you the greatest chance of victory.
Yeah, the Jarvan and the Kai'Sa, it's your elimination game. You lose and you're out. You pick 2 of the picks that just haven't been working for a lot of teams, and you just lock in. It's that simple.
It's that simple.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, we had 2 compositions that wanted to do the exact opposite. On the side of Fnatic, you want to win fast. On the side of Mkoi, you want to stall for as long as you can. Turns out they were not able to do it, and thanks to the reliable Cisco network, Razork hits a flash follow gang to lead Fnatic and J4 to their first win here at Worlds, right in the first minutes of the game.
Nice flash, Razorkinho. Nice flash.
Razork really stamped his
is there a better way to play this? Like flash auto, is that a better way to play it? Or is it always EQ and then flash to follow? I don't really play Jarvan, but is there an angle to flash auto there? Instead of flash, like flash W auto? Instead of combo and then flash?
They're like, no, we must be proactive. You definitely wanted to be able to see it, and we got it this game.
Yeah,
maybe better when it's that close to tower, EQ flash, instead of flash auto EQ.
And it's something we've been criticizing Fnatic for not being proactive enough, for not being aggressive enough. And I feel like maybe Mkoi picking the casting was like a call-out. Like, we're going to pick a champion where if you're not proactive, we'll just hit level 16 and you lose the game. And Fnatic said, bet.
And from the first place, they just kept on going. It was Razork every time being at the initiative of this. We talked about Kiana on game 1, Razork on game 2. Is that just a jungle diff?
Oh, looking like
hey, yo, Board! Where we at? Board! No flash, no portal! Hey, yo, Board!
And just being able to catch him in the banana bush. So this is just nice to be able to see.
Wait, he gave kill to... Was that a kill to Victor? Did Victor get that kill, or did Jarvan get that kill? Did the Bard just run mid to give a kill to Victor? Wait, who actually got the kill? I need to see this. Sorry, I just need to see. Who got this kill? Oh my god, the fucking Bard ran mid to give a kill to Victor. I didn't even notice. He literally just runs into mid lane, gives a kill to Victor while he's playing the lane. Holy.
In game 1, just turn around. I don't know what was said.
Yo, Bard!
Game 1 and Game 2, but Fnatic finally, as you said, Lo, have come and arrived at this tournament. Yeah,
that's actually what I'm wondering. I'm going to follow up on that later. What do you tell your players when nothing has been working for them to come up so convincingly with that much confidence, especially with champions that haven't found any success in the tournament so far?
Yeah, a lot of it, I think it does help to your point. Like, bot lane's winning after that 2v2 bot side. Mid lane has push. Top lane has push because it's Rumble into Cassante. So they did have 3 hard winning lanes early. And if you're going to get disrespected in the way that you are getting based off that draft, and you're like, okay, we must like push for advantages. And they did. So really kudos to Razork, who throughout his entire career, he's never going to get criticized to being sleepy in the early game. He is going to try and push for you. And it was Fnatic's teammates that really rallied around it. I didn't want them to, like, you know, be disoriented, like maybe Rumble be on sides or something. No, they recognized the team fights were happening through mid, like the last replay, and they were together for that one. So they were sacking waves for it.
Yeah, and LEC, the first region to get a win with Jarvan, which is pretty good. Also,
hey, yo, LEC!
Lose to Jarvan.
Pushing that Jarvan win rate, yo. Nice.
That this first Jarvan win would come from Fnatic. From every team, honestly, they're not the ones that I believed in here,
helping
but
out the Jarvan win rate.
They saved the day and they saved this series here as well. Now, Elioya was telling us it is going to be about that jungle matchup. It is going to be about me versus Razork, because that is exactly what it's been about all year long in the LEC for both teams.
Yeah, honestly, for the past couple years, you know this better than anyone, Laura. Like, these two junglers, one of the best early game junglers, mechanically skilled junglers.
I'm not feeling the jersey, but I like the jacket. But I don't feel the jersey.
He does think it's going to be about those two. It's not ego.
I don't feel the jersey.
It's just the reality.
I like the jacket.
You should be looking to build a draft around it, but I think Mkoi realized that you just can't build something like this and
hey, yo, Poby!
That, you know, that Razork won't just punch you in the mouth.
And now everything is on the line. One last game to prove it.
I like this jersey way more, no? This jersey not bad. I mean, the sponsor on this sponsor, way too big, for sure. Takes over the entire jersey, but I don't mind it otherwise.
What is the design? It's like, it has like the koi fish below the M, and then it had like a phoenix, I think, on the shoulder.
Hard to see, but some kind of like hidden design.
Combo we saw in game 1 for Mkoi really worked. I think just play like it's your last game potentially at Worlds and be active. Try and make those early ganks happen.
Yes, and I know there's a lot of negativity right now about Fnatic from the fans, from everybody out there. Just know they randomly turn it up. Like, K-Corp knows that more than anybody. Yeah. So don't sleep on them. Really play well around Jojo Pyun. That's
I'm not sleeping on anyone. So it's my prime time, yo. I'm wide awake.
Shifted here because we were thinking that Mkoi had the upper hand. They were favored in this matchup, given what we haven't seen from Fnatic. They wake up here. Is Fnatic taking the series?
Are you willing to make that take?
I'm not willing to make that take yet.
I'm not willing to make that take, Lore.
I'm making that take.
Oh,
okay,
I think they could do it. I think they could do it. Yeah, that's
true.
I have the flag in front of me.
Okay, it's the aura.
Let's see what happens here. It all comes down to this final game between these two.
Final game, it's so hype. Oh my god. Actually, it's not that hype, but it's a little bit hype. Come on. Okay, I want to do something while we wait for the commercial. Okay, let's listen to this first, actually.
Look at the Wu, guys. I knock him.
Poby Giga Chat in this fight.
No flash the Wu. I have flash.
He just drops I have flash and doesn't even flash until the very right moment. Hey yo, Poby! Giga Chad. He just drops the I have flash mid-fight, refuses to elaborate. Flashes the Q flash from Cassante. Hey yo, Poby, show them who's boss. Good job. Yo, Poster! Okay, pick ban. Let's put some champions that are still in, that are good. Asir, in. Orianna, in. Ryze out. So mid lane pool, those are the big ones. Wukong out, Qiyana out. So no strong jungler. Jarvan out, no strong jungler available. Sion out, Ambessa out, no strong top laner available. Nico in. Nico, good champion. It's just commercial, no? Yeah, we're done with this. For AD carry, no Kai'Sa, no Saya, no Sivir, Corki. Corki is probably like the go-to. What is the strongest jungler available? Vi? There's no Poppy, maybe Vi? And if you get Vi, I like Talia, you know? Like, let's say Asir or Orianna get banned.
Talia Prio maybe number 1. Like, let's say you have Talia, Vi 1-2. There's no Poppy, no strong mids left. Not bad, no? What else do we have?
Alright guys, I just landed in China. Let's go.
Games of Legends.
Play the local way.
Champions World Main Event. Let's see, what everything. Prio score. Oriana's highest Prio, that's still up. Yunara, I forgot about Yunara. I don't think that's on this site though. Nope. So we're gonna put Yumi. Hey yo, Yumi! Yumi is Yunara, okay? Yumi is Yunara. Yumi is Yunara. What else do we have? Poppies, so Prio score is pick plus ban for the entire tournament. Oriana is still open, Azir is still open, Yunara is still open. I would say these are like the first 3, right? I'm gonna put Yumi on the left side because these are like probably the 3 highest Prio over everything. Azir, Oriana, Yunara.
Red Bull gives you wings.
And then we have the ones on the right side, Nico, Corki, Vi, Talia. Maybe not as strong as the left side, but still pretty strong. What else do we have? There's no Wukong, no Poppy, no Sion, no Ryze, no Kiana, no Alistar, no Ambessa, Sin, maybe Sin. But Trundle can be an answer to Sin, keep in mind. Counter to Sin. Aurora is still in as well, no? I don't think that's on this site either, so we're gonna put Aurelion Sol. Maybe like Aurora over Corki, no? Maybe like this. So Yumi is Yunara, and Aurelion Sol is Aurora, okay? I think these are maybe the strongest champs still available. No Rakan. Talia is still open. I think Caitlyn is a bad idea for Western team. No Rumble, no Kazante, no Sivir, no Bard. No Saya. Corki is still there. Corki is 5-0 actually at the event. Yeah, I would definitely say Azir, Oriana, Yunara. First 3 Prio for the next game. Then after that, it's Nico, it's Aurora, it's Talia, it's Vi, it's Sin, and probably Corki. So whoever is red side needs to think. For example, if I'm red side, right, and enemy just banned 3 random champ, just put 3 random champ here. What you can do as red side is trade, you know. You can, for example, ban Azir, and now you trade Yunara for Oriana. Sure, they get the strongest mid or the strongest AD, but you get the other one. Or you just close the trades, and you ban, make sure, for example, the red side team could just ban this, and Oriana, and Yunara. And let's call it a day, right? And no matter what they pick, sure, they can pick Nico, Vi, Corki, Talia, Sin, but nothing is like crazy OP. So probably these 3 are the big ones. Yunara, Oriana, Azir, I would say. Those are like the gotta ban champs, I would say. Never gonna fade away. Yeah, yeah. DJ. DJ. Do we know who is which side? I guess loser choose, right? So Koi is probably blue side. Probably Koi blue side, yeah. Alright, let's see it. Sorry. Let's see it.
Welcome back to Worlds 2025. We're tied 1-1 in this first elimination best of 3 between Fnatic and Mkoi. Mkoi slammed the first game with nearly a 20,000 gold lead in 27 minutes of gameplay. But in game number 2, Fnatic took control before 2 minutes.
Oriana, Yunara, and everybody, and
And these two teams is about to play their very last game at Worlds 2025. As we hop in Champ Select, powered by Omen and HyperX, it's Mkoi back on the blue side, and the mid
Jojo do not play Asir? Jojo do not play Asir?
Alongside the Nico over on the other side, Oriana.
Jojo play Asir?
A top priority ban.
Was ist das?
And Vi.
Also, I'm surprised the Vi taken away by Fnatic because that has kind of been
Was ist
their
das?
go-to in these sorts of situations. But now we'll have to
No
see
Asir?
what that first pick is going
Jojo
to
no
be.
play?
Getting deep in towards
Anio?
the draft. Yeah, okay. So
Was?
I was going to say left open.
He doesn't play Asir? But Poby Asir is GG, no? It's the Popester Asir! Holy! We got Asir on red side? In game 3? Crazy. What else did I say? Corki? So there's still Corki, Sin, Aurora's out, Nico's out, Corki, Sin, and Asir, of course. So you could do like Asir and Sin here, maybe? Maybe Asir, Sin here, no? I like this. Asir, Sin, Vi is banned. I like Sin here. No. I don't like the Ezreal. They can just play Sin Corki, no? And they're chilling, I think. I think they're chilling, no? If they pick Sin Corki here.
There's no Sion. That mega tank available on the opposite side thus far, unless Miro wants to go back towards the Ornn.
I guess you go Trundle on 3.
Go over towards what has been the other go-to pick in the jungle.
Razork Trundle?
Razor could actually end up opening up with the Trundle in response here if he really wanted to.
Right. We always look at Trundle as one of those picks that feels really good about Sinzao. So much
should be Corki here, no?
Sinzal's power budget as a champion is target access.
Unless you have something better. I like Corki here.
Trundle's target access is much more limited, but if you're standing there fighting him in melee range, he's very, very powerful.
Nautilus blind? They just slam Braum. No. Should be Corki. Braum blind! Wait, they just pick Karma now, no?
Yeah, I would double down on the Trundle pick now, because Braum doesn't
Trundle or Karma?
Zinzao not going to be great into things like the Ezreal and
I like Karma here. Can you play more than one jungle? If they ban Trundle, how many jungle do we have? I guess we go for the Trundle. But what do we play support then? We want to play Karma, but that's gonna be banned. And after Karma, we play... What do we play? I have no idea what you play on support here. This is gonna be really interesting to see what Mickey cooks here. It should be Karma, but that's banned, right? So what do you play then? And also, what do you ban as Fnatic here? You ban Corki, for sure. And...
It feels a bit lights out. It's incredibly potent what they're bringing to the table.
Maybe Corki ban and AD carry ban more? One more?
I'm unsure what way Mkoi want to take the remainder of their draft.
Tristana Corki? Yeah. They banned Tristana in the first game as well, right? Specific to the player, I think. Specific to Supa. Also good with Braum. That makes sense, yeah. Tristana, Braum, and... Actually, is Corki good then? Corki, Braum? Jinx, Braum? Maybe Jinx more annoying? Jinx? Jinx ban? Supa Jinx? Supa Aphelios? Aphelios Braum? Jinx Braum? Tristana Braum? Yorick ban. Should ban Karma here, no as Koi? Karma on 4 is so good for Fnatic. Jinx or Aphelios ban, I guess, if you don't care about the Corki. Maybe Jinx? Jinx ban? They could still play Caitlyn, but it's Western team Caitlyn. Maybe no, not scary. Ban Jinx, no? And then Mickey or Karma on 4 if it's open, and if it's not open, he has to cook something. They ban the Caitlyn anyway, so they give him Jinx if he wants, Aphelios if he wants, and he still has Corki, which is a pretty strong pick on the patch. Karma ban is there, yeah. So what do you play now as Mickey? This is really interesting. What do you play here? I have no idea. Janna? Hey, yo, Janna open. Thoughts? Thoughts, Janna? Yo, Mickey. Yo, Mickey. What about Janna? Nami. Actually, not into Braum. He can block the ult. Janna. It's Janna. No, not Red into Braum. You're counterpicking yourself. Anio. No. He counterpicked himself. He did that in the first game too, to be fair. Seems like they don't really care about support matchup. They did that in the first game as well. Vayne. Wow. Ornn into Trundle? I thought for sure they wouldn't go tank top. But I guess they have to with this team comp. Wow. You know, I don't hate it. It's not bad, I think, actually. It's a free lane into Ezreal. Vayne into Ezreal is good for Vayne. Low-key, good for Vayne. At least compared to a lot of other matchups that could be really bad for you. And you have a tank top to make the team comp work. I don't hate it. It's good into Rel as well. Vayne is really good into Rel.
And I love this rotation from Mkoi, because we were talking about the Orin is a little bit tough to play for Fnatic into the Braum, but I think it's still incredibly strong just for providing that team fight and setup that you want. But now Mkoi,
you know, I don't hate it. I see it. I see it. It has an angle here, the Vayne. Decent lane, good into enemy team, good with their team as well. They have Braum and a tank top. This makes sense actually. Oi, 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 oi. Kind of banger, kind of banger. Everybody lock in. It's banger. Banger alert. We need the sirens. Banger, banger, banger. Alright.
This is going to be exciting. Obviously, Jax can be a little bit of
They do have the Azir though. Like the Azir is the big one here, right? As the most OP pick open. Sin versus Trundle. Sure, Sin is strong champ, but Trundle better matchup. Braum definitely counters Rel, but the team comp still looks alright for Fnatic. I think Azir is the like outlier in the draft. The champion that is stronger than every other champion in the draft. And Vayne is of course the most fun one in the draft. How does that function? But I think this lane is playable. I think the team comp is playable. It's good with Braum. I see it.
Across Zinzao, it's like that's
gonna be a fun one.
CC that's on the opposite side, trying to prevent you from doing just that. I love this pick from Supa, and I'm so excited.
What do you build on Vayne these days?
I'm ready to see it, man. We've got
Blade? Guinsos?
creation on both sides.
Lethal Tempo, right? Lethal Tempo, Blade Guinsos. He one-shots Rel. And Jax, I guess. And Trundle. But it's not easy to play Vayne into Azir, by the way. You get outranged. But you can dodge Estral skill shots relatively easily with Q. And he plays Lethal Tempo here.
Taking a look at the runes, double summoner spellbook once again.
If I'm Mkoi,
like it's hard for Estral to punish Vayne, you know? So you can always tumble your Q. And Estral is not that like oppressive laner that usually Vayne struggles against. I don't think they're gonna stop here. I think they just take this 2v2. Because that would be another option, right? Send the Vayne top. But I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they just play the lane. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad.
And they'll be doing everything they can to try and shut down this bottom lane and make sure this Vayne never gets going.
Okay, I just double-checked to make sure there were absolutely no games in 2025 of Vayne. It's not that I didn't believe you, it's that I had to make sure that every time I said first-time Vayne 2025, I was not lying, because this seems like a hell of a way to say this is what we're putting our faith in, this is how we're keeping our...
Pobe versus the world, no, this game? Come on, Pobster. Come on!
It was Mickey and Upset getting first blood before 2 minutes, so this time around, Supa and Alvaro have got a better time in the bottom lane.
Yeah, you can see though, like
Spellbook Rel, I hate it, but everyone does it. I hate it. She's so squishy. But to be fair, into Braum you don't really have a good rune. I have been playing around with Phase Rush into Braum on Rel. I quite like it, but no one ever does that. Regardless, it's just a hard matchup. You see, you get tagged. If you go in, you just die. If you don't go in, you're losing. It's just a really hard matchup for Rel into Braum.
It's either seriously Chad or seriously bad, depending on the outcome, and that's what the fans are going to remember. So for Supa's sake, for Mkoi's sake, I hope that they can find the way to protect this Vayne and allow Supa the space he needs, because you know that Vayne kills pretty much everybody in 6 hits, right? 2 rotations of Silver Bolts. As long as she's got plenty of damage, it hurts. And this champ can be a serious problem. And there it is, immediately concussive blows stacking up alongside the Silver Bolts.
Took a lot of damage back though.
Pretty rough trade.
I'm keeping my eyes on
so it's okay for Fnatic still. He has potions on Rel and cookies, I think. Should have cookies, yeah. Free cheese gank again! It's warded. It's not warded. It's not warded. We're dead, by the way. If he flashes, he gets pillared. If he doesn't flash, he gets... Actually, it's fine. He pillared early. I think if Razork flash auto there and the Braum flash, you pillar him, and if he doesn't flash, he dies. That was playable. But if you pillar, he just flash, right? I think Razork has to flash forward there and auto attack first. Uh-oh. Actually, he has flash on Trundle, he's fine, and he also wins 1v1. He's fine. But I think that was playable for Trundle. Flash auto, if he flash pillar, if he doesn't flash kill. Something like this.
Yeah, both mid laners taking a very
nice cheese gank once again, by the way. 2 flashes down. 3 games in a row, no? Razork. Mid level 3, then bot level 3, and now bot level 3 again. 3 games in a row, 3 cheese gank from Razork. I like it. Really impacting the game a lot, every game.
over the bottom side river, control over the scuttle crab.
Gets 2 flash here when they were in losing game state. Bot lane. Is bot wave frozen or pushing? Pushing. Okay, so it's fine to base there. It's fine for Vayne to base there because it's pushing towards her. If it was frozen, she can't base there.
But he looks like he's trying to sneak his way into the bottom side of the map instead. And this is great from Jojo spotting it. Hang on a second. We don't see the Trundle on the top side. He could be anywhere.
Okay, you can see on your screen.
Actually, Ezreal a bit in trouble here. They're covering with jungle, but they haven't based yet. And Vayne is coming back with item, so they could try to play this situation out. Rel no flash, right? Who wins this? I think Mkoi wins this, right? Round Trundle's tag as well. Wait. Need to get the tag. Can't. Okay, not bad for Fnatic. 2 for 2 here is okay. Wait. Oh. Whoa.
Nearly solo kills the Ornn into the Jax right after.
It's a banger. It's a banger, everybody.
Already would have got that kill. But this game is already becoming bloody flowers. The kills on the bottom side.
I think Fnatic should be happy with the 2 for 2 there because they haven't based it on AD, right? So Koi's playing that with item advantage. I think they should be happy with this situation. The problem for Koi there was they focused support. If they focused anyone else but support, if they focused Trundle right away, or they flash on Ezreal together, they're winning this. But because they focus support, it's even trade. Even though they have item advantage. It's all about the focus here, who you focus. Because they focused Rel, it's playable for Fnatic. But imagine they went on Ezreal, or they went on Trundle right away. This is just hard winning.
Was clutch onto Mickey, prevents any sort of follow-up. Then Super with the condemn on Razork and the Braum starting to follow up. Allows them to get 2 kills for Super.
I don't know what happened with the wave after though. Did this crash? It's a cannon wave. Must have caught some of it at least. Vayne is mid, 5 minutes? And Fnatic as well, mid, 5 minutes. Every game same. They send AD carry mid at some point and mid laner bot. It's very early in the game, you know, to do this. Crazy early in the game to do this. 5 minutes. Bot lanes are landing mid. It's such an unusual strategy to do this. I feel like this early in the game, mid laners can just stay mid and 1v2, you know? It's not like you're gonna die to Vayne Braum. Like, let's say Asir was laning here instead of Ezreal Rel, right? That Asir is just 1v2ing the lane, no? It's not like he's gonna die to Vayne Braum. You understand what I mean? Like, I get later when there's like level 6 on support and maybe jungler can be involved at all times. It's scary for the mid laner to stay mid alone versus 2 people. But at this point, I feel like the Asir just 1v2s the lane. So I don't know if you have to follow, you know? I don't know if you have to put mid, AD carry mid at this point, if enemy does. I think maybe you can get away with still having mid laner mid at this point. Feels a bit early.
Instead, making things a bit easier for Super. And Razork finding Jojo, but
640 and we're playing for Drake. Shuffle. Nice flash by Jojo.
Jojo forced to flash, otherwise surely would have been dead there.
Up 20 CS on Jojo here. But no flash now, so next Asir ult will be trouble. I feel like Fnatic is really winning the map here. They're gonna get free Drake, and they can still play the grubs.
Will net the dragon for Fnatic and buy them a little bit of space on this bottom side.
All right, so also the thing that I'm looking at, once we get into these larger fights, you already mentioned the amount of CC. Super takes a little bit of damage here. Making an upset, gonna keep looking for a little bit more, but Alvaro doing a good job protecting his AD carry. You already mentioned the amount of CC that the team built around this Vayne is able to provide. But the other thing that I'm looking at, Ornn makes that volcanic rock appear. Jojo makes the entire Weaver's wall. Trundle even makes a pillar. There's a lot of stuff for Vayne's Condemn to knock people into, and Supa's going to have a lot of extra tools through that to play around in these team fights to knock back whoever's.
What about the grubs, guys? 15 seconds. We're basing now? This is free grub, not for Koi? Or am I crazy? It's free, no? 10 seconds, grub spawn, enemies basing. Sin can get at least 1 here.
You don't need to be the one using your condemn. Use it for whoever manages.
Wait, Trundle is not even coming. They're giving the grubs. Are they gonna try to kill bot for it? But they don't have a Asir ult. Pass. Someone forgot it's 8 minutes. Someone forgot.
The void grubs here gonna be jumping on those shortly.
Maybe Razork forgot it's 8 minutes. He just like randomly went bot after the Drake instead of basing run into grubs. Yeah, Elyoya got 1 already. But Mickey is fake pressuring this. I think Elyoya is scared that Trundle is here. But Trundle is not actually here.
Yeah, Mickey really playing well here. He fake pressures that he has people behind him, but he doesn't actually have anyone. And Elioya wasn't sure, so he backed off. But he could have just done 2 here at least. I think Razork forgot it's 8 minutes. Well, 2 for 1 is okay. We're fighting here. Rella's flash. But I think it's playable, by the way. You just tag and play. You've seen the moves. Wait, Jojo in trouble. No flash. We can't ult out. Wait, we're dead, no? We can't ult out. Are we not dead here? We can't ult out. He can just flash forward. Need to hit him once more, otherwise he ults out. He's dead, no? He flashed forward here. Yeah. Solo Bolo. That's the Pobster right there. Come on, Poby. Solo Bolo. Oscar is dying to gank, but he lives. Or does he? Or does he? Or does he? Aye, aye, aye. So Koi will get all 3 grubs. That's W for Koi. Get these grubs. But W Pobster. Solo Bolo. A Bolo solo.
I'm surprised that honestly Mickey didn't block it, or Oscar Rinnan didn't use his flash. No communication on what was happening to Supa.
Supa down to about 400 HP here.
What's happening here?
Also low. Alvaro again just doing what the Braum was drafted to do and protecting this Vayne.
Yeah, the thing is though, on that play, because
there's a lot of fighting mid, every wave. I understand why camera is mid every wave, because they're really going crazy. So much fighting. It's like ego fighting, you know? It's not even like fighting for a purpose, it's just hitting enemy for fun. I want camera on Poby, yo. Give me the Poby cam. There we go.
We see here though the play, Jojo tries to go forward.
Jojo really disrespect here, no? He has no flash. That's the freest shuffle ever. And here he could be running, no, Jojo?
No,
he couldn't. He couldn't. He was clicking back the entire time.
But still burns the flash and has managed to pick him off.
Exactly. This is the dividend.
What about Oscar? Trade on weak side?
From Jojo. And here's the play and how Oscar
got
caught.
Yeah, tried to go all in on Mirwin.
A little bit trade on weak side here. Kinda hinting here with the jacks.
CC chain very, very strong. Managed to escape, but here
could flash out, no?
Just block
is he not fine if he just flash out?
You have the flash, you have his crash down as well to get the space that you need. But neither the flash from Oscar Rinnan to dodge the Wind Becomes Lightning or the Q from the Braum.
What is next? 130 Drake. And we have 3 grubs on Koi, so we can trade side. But Drake is the big one for sure. Vayne no item yet. Vayne is really strong on Blade though, if she can get that before.
One neutral objective.
I guess it's Blade. It's sorry, Blade. It's Blade, Gwinsus, Terminus, something like that, no? Nice movement, Poby. Hey yo, Poby! Lock the fuck in! Locked the fuck in! Come on, Poby. Should I change it to T1 merch or what? Sadly, I don't have a Poby jersey. 2024 T1 Poby jersey would go hard right now.
The Sundered Sky completed for Elioya. This is one of the strongest single
All right, Drake 1 minute. Let's see if Blade has Blade. Vayne has Blade. Oh my god.
All of these Trinity Force builders
are we dead here? Trundle ult? Are we dead? No.
As Oscar and Razork want to make the move on the Mkoi top laner, but they don't have the damage.
Razork goes to just not quite in range to get that pillar down to stop the charge away from Mirwin. So it means that Razork's not able to get in position. I don't think they wanted to overcommit to this play. Anyway,
we're about to get caught now.
Dragon in just a couple of seconds time.
He's gonna Q forward. He's gonna Q forward. Don't tweak, Oscar. Okay, fine. Nice. Worded it. I felt like he was gonna tweak there in his Q forward.
He's like, all right, if my guy was doing it, his guy is probably at least thinking.
All right, Drake 15. Everybody get down here. Meow. We have full item Vayne, full item Talia, full item Sin versus full item Asir, full item Ezreal. Maybe not Trundle. Maybe not Trundle. Is he basing right now? If he's basing right now, he's late though.
And then the Nashor's Tooth done there for Poby. Trinity Force and Blade of the Ruined King in the inventory.
We took half HP for fun here. And Trundle is not here. This is just free Drake for Koi, no? Trundle is basing for item. He's too late. If they started right now, he's too late. But I don't know if they notice that there's no Trundle here. Nope, they're looking for a play. It's free Drake if they hit it, but they don't know. I guess the Trundle is not there. So Fnatic might make it here in time. Maybe. Maybe. Yes, they are. It's a fight. Fnatic winning this fight, no? Low-key. Vayne is not here, by the way. This Braum is inting. They're inting. Koi is inting here. Or? Rel is inting? Wow, Rel just got one shot by Braum tag. What about the Vayne play? Hey! Vayne play! Flash after, he's dead by the way, he's dead. Q flash, Vayne has it. Oh, super! Hey yo, super! Woo! That was clean, no? He did the RQ this way, E, bam! Bam, bam, bam! Damn! And that's also the weakness of Rel into Brom, no? You get tagged at insta-die. With Spellbook as well, you're just one shot. And now Razork isn't dead. Oh no. Fnatic, no! What are we doing? What does she want? Yeah, there you can see the self-counterpick Rel for sure. His Spellbook, he's not building lock yet. He is just so one-shot. Vayne wasn't even there and he died in 1 second. He died to what? Sin Brom? That's it? Is the G2 combo, no? Sin Brom? Hey yo, Mickey, do you have smite or what? You have smite or what? What's happening here?
Chase him down. The Dragon does a reset here?
Wait, there's another fight? Or is Mickey just playing? Wait, Mickey, what are we doing? Hey yo, Mickey! He's gonna reset? He's gonna reset a bit, not much.
Finally going to lose some patience there, but ultimately secured.
Have to base again now on Rel. This is Talia TP, by the way. Maybe he doesn't realize, but it's Talia. It's not Ornn. Wait, are we ending? Nice flick back, or whatever you call it. Shove. Yeah, nice shove. Kinda saved him, but we lost half HP after TPing, so that's kinda bad.
60% HP there off of a little bit of an aggressive teleport. Not exactly what you want to see.
Kinda need to base again now, or get a plant in river if there is one, but it doesn't look like there is one. Herald is next, everyone is here to fight. Vayne is caught by the way, no flash. No flash, no flash. Rel flash, Rel. Oh, he condemned it! Hey! He's the GOAT or what? He's the GOAT or what? We condemned the fucking Rel mid, what? Hey! Hey, Ezreal, yeah, he's the GOAT by the way. Wow! Nice condemned! Hey! Nice condemned! He E'd Rel mid combo. What? He buffered it too, you know. He buffered his E, got Q'd by Rel, and the E went anyway mid Rel W. Wow. Replay. Give me the replay. Also got Herald at the same time.
Trying to get away from this one. And Jojo moving
Are we dead here? We have Flash and E. Wait, we went in. Why didn't we go out? We have Ward Jump and Flash, no? Can we not go out? Aye. We got Herald, 1v3 mid, Jax died on weak side, Herald top tier 1 falls. Hard to break the Ornn bot maybe for Fnatic, but they have to. Have to make this play. Brom is covering it though, Loki, but have to make this play. Dive. Tower and dive. He's ulting the wave. We have to dive now. Hit the tower. Something. Redemption's coming in and Brom is here. Not possible. Oh. We're inting now. Uh-oh. They're sending it to the tower. Oi. Everybody run. Oi. This game is something. Oi. I want replay on mid, by the way. Give me the Vayne play. Right now. I want to see the Vayne play. It was such a good play. He condemned the Rel mid W while getting Q'd, so it was basically in a buffer, you know? Because he's stunned while he's E'ing, but he can only use the E before he gets Q'd by Rel. It looks like he E's when he's in Q, but he actually E's before the Q, and then he's in stun, and then it's a buffer, and then W gets cancelled. Gotta get a replay of that, yo. Hey, yo! There we go. Look at this. He's gonna get Q flash by Rel, and mid that, he's gonna E him. So it's buffered. Wow. And now he dodges spell as well. Damn. Hey, yo, super. Wow.
But Super outplays in the 1v.
Superstar.
And you saw there, when Mickey hit the auto attack and Super went into the invisibility, he thought, okay, maybe Magnet Storm's damage will kill him, but it takes him down to 20. And then since Blade of the Ruined King has that percent HP lifesteal, it just gives him enough HP to survive. Super lives, and those are just the heart.
Nice play.
Everybody who's ever played League has had one of those before.
Koi can fight this, by the way. Asir needs to TP if they want to fight this as Fnatic, because they're 5, by the way. Koi is 5 and Fnatic is 4. Either we're TPing with Asir or we're just inting here. We're just inting here. At least Asir is getting bot waves, I guess. But I feel like if they want to fight there, they need to TP, no? 4v4 they don't win, and 4v5 they definitely don't win. He's TPing now. It's quite late. Quite late here. Getting the shove. Trundle is dead. Can't move. He's alive. He's dead. He's alive. He's dead. He's alive. He's dead.
Yeah, it's not easy to play into this Trundle, Vayne, shove from Talia, there's Ornn ult. This comp is not bad, you know, from Mkoi. What they cooked 4-5 here with the Vayne Ornn and Braum blind, not bad at all. 1-for-1. That's support for jungle, not bad for Fnatic. That's a shutdown on Talia. Supa's alive though. Is there any objective to take? 35 Drake. Still contestable, I think, for Mkoi. They should be up in time.
And crucially, some of that gold going into the hands of Poby is going to be very nice for them alongside Upset. But still, it's Mkoi kind of dictating how these fights happen. Look how they play here. They know Poby is fishing for this Emperor's Divide, so they're constantly kiting back just out of his range, denying him that opportunity. And Mirwin with the snipe down in the back line. At this stage, though, Mkoi done their job. All they need to do
did they dive again, or how did we end up here? We dive again?
A little bit too greedy.
Yeah, we dive again. For support, not worth it. Good for Fnatic, this one. Jungle for support, always worth it. An E-flash here by Jax, get flashed by Braum, get the shutdown on Talia, and then can't play it more because of Braum tag and Vayne. What about the Drake, though, if we go back to live? Okay, Mkoi is here first. Fnatic is trading. Fnatic's trading. You can see Trundle top, they're just trading. But they don't have grub, so they can't even take this tower, by the way. If they had any grub here, 1 grub, 2 grub, or 3 grub, they can take this tower easily. But because they don't have, they can't actually take the tower. It's not possible to take it. They just have to come here and defend, because Mkoi one-shot these towers with grubs. So now they got Drake and bot tier 1. This was so winning for Mkoi. I don't think they could cross-map here. I don't think they had a choice. If anything, they should have fought the Drake, I think, from the start. Like, Azir needed to be bot from the start, you know? It's not necessarily about not hitting top tier 1, it's more so about not being there from the start. Due to grub situation. He can't actually take the tower top. So what's next now? It's Atakan up right now. And everyone should be here. No one should go top from either team. It should just be 1-4 or 4-1. Everyone bot side, Atakan contest. Both teams have to fight, kind of, I would say. Splashing in, failing the engage. Vayne flashed over the wall. This is Mkoi winning, 100%. They have to get a clean engage, you know. If they don't get a clean one-shot on the Vayne, they just always lose. There's no way you flash in, don't get the Vayne, and win the fight. Either you flash in, get the Vayne, win the fight, or you just lose the fight. Maybe when Azir is more OP, they can play a long fight, but right now the Vayne always wins with Braum tag, if they don't one-shot her. Have to fight here, no? Low-key 4v5 though, but have to, I think. Red is dead. She's alive, but Atakan is gone. Aye, we're in so much trouble here. This looks really rough for Fnatic. It's all on Poby, by the way. It's all on Poby. Ezreal never carries this game. Vayne deals twice the damage of Ezreal and has a better composition around her. It's just Azir. It's Azir 1v9 or lose this game. What is next now? No team has Herald. There's no Drake for a while. Now you just play the map. So 3 lane and you play towards your strongest member. So probably Ornn is alone, Jax is alone. Both teams play for their mid laners. Vayne is on mid. Vayne push and move, or Ezreal push and move if he has prio, but I doubt it. It's probably Vayne push and move. And everyone play towards mid laner side. It's more so about playing the map now than an objective. Like now it's just about taking control, taking enemy camp, catching people off, like this Rel is in thing. This Rel is dead, by the way. This Rel is dead. Aye. What are we doing here, Mickey? What are we doing here? What are we fighting for? It's just a tri-brush pink.
To catch Mkoi out. But this game is already
we're dying for fun here, Mickey.
Heavily in favor of Mkoi. And it looks like Mkoi will manage to, if they can hold this, keep themselves alive, go to 1-2 in Worlds 2025.
Exactly, man. This is where the
if there's a Dota 2 win probability, I would say like 80% Mkoi right now. Maybe even more. Maybe 80. Depends on the Azir, you know. Azir pushes it down a bit. A little bit down. Azir. Can he do it? I mean, it looks really hard as of right now. But maybe if there's someone that can do it, it's Poby. Come on, Poby! 2-minute Drake. Still just playing the map here. Talia's overloading bot, so no one's going... Sorry, overloading top, so no one's going bot. Look at Talia movement. They have Ornn TP, or? They have Ornn TP. No real good ward, though. No, he has to go bot again, Talia. Or? No, they're just looking for a play here. Uh-oh.
And Fnatic floundering.
No, he's going bot. I'm surprised he's not going bot from the start. He was looking for a play, but there's no real play here. Just dropping bot wave now with Talia here. For no reason, really.
Yeah, when we looked back at the head-to-head throughout the year,
doesn't matter in grand scheme of things, but just looked a bit weird when he walked mid, then walked bot, and dropped all the way. Anyhow, 1 minute Drake. Koi has to set up. Fnatic don't actually have to fight, but they don't really have a trade, you know, so they probably should. Can't really get the... Vayne no flash, no? Maybe best chance. Good Ornn ult. Red is one shot. Trundle is gonna get tagged and one shot too. He's just losing for Fnatic and his TP is int. He's tagged. Can flash after that guy if they want. It's so unplayable actually. Braum just hard counters Rel, hard counters Trundle. They go in, they get tagged, they insta die. Strong AD carry plus Braum, these tanks just melt, you know? And they're not even really tanks. It's a spellbook Rel with Redemption Rush. She has what? 50 MR, 50 armor, something like this. Maybe a bit more MR because of Mercs. But this Rel, you know, has like 50 armor. She's just one shot. It's 50 armor, no aftershock. Vayne kills her in 2 silver bolts rotations. 6 autos, I think this guy dies. He's so squishy with this build and this rune setup.
Situation right there for Oscar. You want to try to defend your turret, but Talia just throws out Unraveled Earth. If you jump
Drake is free, and then it's just about playing the Baron after that. Fnatic have to fight, cannot trade anything, have to fight. Have to get the Vayne somehow. I don't know how, but have to get the Vayne somehow. I think win probability 90, maybe now, maybe 90.
The 2025 LEC Winter Playoffs lower bracket.
From 80 to 90, I think, right now. Looks rough here. We need 1 in a million play from us here next fight. We need a monster shuffle. Come on, Pobster. TP flank monster shuffle. Come on, Pobster.
2025 upper bracket round 1 for summer was where you got to see that push from Fnatic, where they were nearly able to take down Mkoi and send themselves into such a strong position. But once more, they find themselves just that little short of being able to take down this Mkoi roster. And the Spanish fans are going to be cheering loud tonight if Mkoi can put that nail into the coffin.
They're on Soul Point now with a 7,500.
Have to flash here on Trundle. It's so cooked. We're dead anyway? Whoa. We die anyway. That's just better than them. Aye. I mean, it's mission impossible. Can't really fault him, no? He's like barely past the tier 2. Getting caught. If you die there, then you definitely have no chance of contesting the Baron. If you don't contest the Baron, you lose the game. So can you really fault him for being at his Krugs? I don't know. Impossible. Mission impossible, this one. Wait, we're here anyway? They're gonna fight anyway, by the way. They're sending the game here. 4v5, they don't have smite. They're destroying something here. Rel flashed in on Vayne. Jack's gonna flash in on Vayne. Poby's already dead. They don't have the damage. This is lost. GG.
Fnatic knew they had to try something, but it just wasn't enough. Mkoi pick up 3 for 3. They're gonna take the Baron. That Baron
kind of sad way to go out. I mean, it started off as a banger game, but now it's just been sad for a while. I don't know what to say.
And they command everywhere that Fnatic can step, everywhere that
it looked competitive for a while until they got outplayed, I guess. Like when Vayne killed Ezreal around the blue, and when they tried to dive mid and failed. Before that, it looked kind of competitive. After that, it's just been sad.
Is so difficult unless you have everyone there.
Gabby. Nice try. NT.
Right that high towards the base.
10.3k gold. 23 flowers, 2 extra Drakes, 2.5 minutes on that last Drake. So even if Fnatic managed to have a miraculous defense inside their base, they've still got a lot of tasks.
There's no defending this. I mean, have to try, but
they are now relying on
do you win even if you get a monster shuffle? Like if you find the road, does it actually matter? Does it actually matter even if you find the road here? I doubt it. I think even if a Seer 5-man shuffle, you still lose, by the way. There's no play anymore.
But now that's Trundle without an ulti, trying to team fight whenever they try to defend.
And it's the towers that are going to fall. This Baron is exactly what
I think they should have picked Karma on 3 now.
To take them down.
Rel into Brom is not it, and Trundle is also hard to play into Brom, isn't it? If they did Azir, Ezreal, Karma first 3, sure you might play a random jungle, but it's really hard for Brom to be useful that game. They're playing full range, Azir, Ezreal, Karma. You have a good lane guaranteed bot. I think it would have been correct, no? Karma on 3 there, instead of Rel into Brom on 4. With Trundle anyway not having like the best game of his life into Brom and Vayne. You couldn't know the Vayne was coming, but you understand what I mean. The Trundle wasn't actually a prior pick there, but the Karma was, I think. GG's.
And charges out. He immediately has to charge right back away into a black and white screen. Mkoi stay alive at Worlds and eliminate Fnatic.
The LEC hierarchy remains the same. Fnatic cannot get the upstart that they want, and a clean game 3 from Mkoi sees them now at 1 and 2.
This looks now at the overall head-to-head for these two teams throughout 2025 at a 5 out of 6 victory record for Mkoi against Fnatic. These two teams have faced time and time again, and almost every single one, it's Mkoi coming out on top as they make their way to the stage now to take their bows as they have earned the right to continue their competition here at Worlds.
And we always knew it was going to be difficult. Mkoi have looked fantastic in their early games at Worlds 2025, but haven't quite been able to get it across the finish line. Now though, against Fnatic, against familiar territory, they're able to do just that.
And Fnatic, they showed some serious signs of life there in that game number 2. A very dominant game from the early plays from Mickey. But unfortunately for Fnatic and all the Fnatic fans, this will be their last bow of 2025.
It has been a turbulent event for Fnatic, and unfortunately not able to pick up any wins. And it's got to be heartbreaking for so many of their fans.
But for Mkoi, it's time to hit the VOD reviews, particularly for game number 2. It's time to start prepping because the road remains long here at Worlds 2025, and the spots are few for trying to make it into the quarterfinals. We're about to head to a break, on the other side of which we'll hear from Elyoya before VKS take to the stage against PSG. Don't go anywhere.